Welcome, my little couch potatoes, to the comfiest courtroom on the internet. I'm your host, Llama, and it's time for dramatic testimony, overruled objections, and absolutely unqualified opinions. So grab your snuggiest blanket, some delicious snacks, and get ready to watch court with your internet besties. This is Couch Court with Llama.
Hello, friends. Hello. Happy
Hi.
Tuesday. Sorry we're late. We had to do some technical improvising, which is going to be a joy for all of you to watch Llama struggle today. So congratulations for you guys. It's going so well for me. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy to be back. It feels like it's been forever. And it's been like
It has.
but I miss you guys. I miss
It's
you.
been longer than 3 days. Saturday, Sunday. Oh, I guess not.
I guess not. That's hard for us today too.
I don't even know what time is anymore.
Me either. Me either. Hello. Good morning, Winks. Hope you're doing well, babe. Good morning. Setchith. Good morning to you. No thanks. Okay. You're heading out to Weed Whack. Oh, are you hot?
Oh,
like Weed Whack a hot? Okay.
I know. That's what it made me think of too.
Right. Watch out for those ATF agents driving around. Some of them like the weed whackers. Good morning, Dan Montana. Hello. You're going to be in lurk mode. Well, that's fine. I did see all your amazing comments you left, though, which was great. Let's see. CLT Doc MD. Oh, Control Doc Mid. I don't know how to say your name right now, but we'll go with that. You're typically a lurker, but always watching. Aw. I'm loving watching our newbies learn about the craziness. I know. You know, it's so funny is one of our friends finally started watching us 30-something episodes later because that's just how she is. No, just kidding.
She's
just
a
kidding.
new mom.
She's the new mom. She's busy. But she started watching our coverage to learn more about Laura Owens. And so she was putting some comments in and we're like, oh, this must be how people feel about us. Like, oh, we get it because we're like, girl, just you wait. Because she was only at what, like the Lone Cactus?
Yeah, she was not even. I was like, it gets worse. She's like, what? I'm like, oh, it gets worse. Keep watching. Yeah. She hasn't even gotten to Greg yet.
No, not at all. She's like, this bitch is crazy. And we're like, except crazier than you could possibly imagine. Yes. Hello, Sheebs. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Bruce, ahoy. Ahoy, good sir. Hope you're doing well today.
Every time he's ahoy, I think about cookies.
I do too.
Okay, so it's not just me. Because ahoy,
no.
I need chips. Ahoy.
Chips ahoy. Yes, me too. That's exactly what I always think. So funny. We spend too much time together.
Scary.
Oh, look. Say Cheese also started diving into the earlier episodes on Low. I'm in the middle of the Greg deep dive. The pleadings are fun, aren't they? I mean, we say this all the time, but like the motions and everything, all the documents are just the craziest things we've ever read every time. And then they just get crazier. We're doing shoulders today. Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be really hot here today. And I don't have the air conditioners in yet. So I didn't want to die, basically. I'm going to try to keep my hair to one side, though, because if I don't, it looks like
it looks like you're naked on stream.
So I know. We learned that last summer where I have to be careful where my hair is. Otherwise, it's only Llama fans, which, I mean, if you want to throw money at me, that's fine. But that's not what we're going here for. We are a little classy. I think that's much. That much. Hello, Elsie. Good morning to you. Ms. Kowalski. Sorry, everything is very tiny on my computer. This is definitely going to make me order some glasses this week. I'll tell you that right now. Good morning to you, Deanna. Oh my gosh, all of our friends are coming in. I love this. Good morning to you, Deanna. So happy to see you. LMP, there she is. Hello. Good morning, ladies. I can only hang for a limited time. I have a job interview this afternoon.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you need a recommendation? I'll give you my phone number and you can call us while we're on the air. It's fine. We'll do it. Buffy will do it. She sounds way more professional than I do on the phone. Oh, look, it's Robin, your psycho girlfriend. Hello. Hope you're doing well, babe. Is it too early for wine?
It's breakfast wine.
It's breakfast wine. That's true. It's breakfast wine. I'm surprised they don't have
made out of fruit. Do you eat fruit at breakfast?
Exactly. Well, I hope you're doing well today, Robin. Happy to see you here. There's elbow feet. Oh, Buffy and I have some words. Sir.
You're in trouble, sir.
I've cursed your name this morning. I love you.
He must have heard that.
He must have. I summoned him. He was like, oh, she's probably angry with me. I feel it. Hello, Donut. Good morning. And Wallace and Marilyn. Good morning, you guys. All right. So we have a few exciting announcements before we get into today's coverage. The first is that it is our dear, oh, that's not right. There we go. It's our dear Kelly P's birthday today. So if you see her, wish her a happy birthday, which I just realized I don't even have the banner up and I didn't update it. I'm a mess, guys. Just a mess. Hold on. It's everybody's birthday. On Friday, it was Katie's and I'm some ladies. Today, it's Kelly P.
She's West Coast, so she's probably still sleeping.
That's probably. That's a good point. That's okay. When she comes in, she'll see her name on the ticker. So it's fine. There we go. Anyway, it is Kelly P's birthday today. So please give her lots of love when you see her in chat later and wish her a happy birthday. Next up is, as I said all last week, and I'm going to promo this week as well, we here at True Crime and Wine Time are going to be hosting a 12-hour mega stream fundraiser for Mike Maricini in June. We've already contacted a bunch of people. We already have, 15, 16 people coming on, plus some amazing auction items. We haven't set on a date yet, but we will this week. If you're interested in joining, whether you are a content creator, and if you are, whether or not you've covered lore or not, it doesn't really matter. So many new people are now looking into this case. So if you're just like, whoa, I listened to Love Trap, but I need to talk about it, then come talk to me about it on our fundraiser. You can email me at Tara, Tara, at tcwtmedia.com, or you can email Winks. Her email is in the banner across the screen because I don't have the number memorized. But you can email her as well. She's helping organize
5813.
5813. Okay. I'm gonna remember it by the time I don't need to say it anymore. That's what exactly is gonna happen. But you can email me. We'll happily get you on. Or I don't know, maybe you're into advocacy. This case has such a wide berth of coverage that, maybe you're an advocate for domestic violence or sexual assault or, anything really. Please contact me. We'll get some stuff together. I'm so excited about it, you guys. And do we have some good auction items, by the way? So do that. Now, if you can't make it already, we do have Mike Maricini up there in the corner, which is one of these ways.
Opposite. Where you are.
Okay, here we go. Is the QR code for his GoFundMe as well. There's a link in the description in the chat. If you're feeling generous today, please go donate to Mike. He is definitely going to need this money for lawyers. And if you don't have money, that is okay, because you know what you can do? You can share it on social media. That is just as important and just as amazing and just as helpful. So please go share his fundraiser. And then again, get in contact with me if you want to help in some way. We could always use lots of help. So just email me. I'm checking it now, so it's fine. Fingers crossed. Deanna says that EDB and lawyer, finally start looking into it. Oh my God, could you imagine? I don't know.
Which is funny to me that EDB hasn't, because she loves the reality TV stuff.
Yeah.
And she loves good perjury and fraud cases. So I don't know why she hasn't.
Maybe
she's like, I'm staying out of the drama.
that, or I mean, it's a lot. We've been here for months.
Yeah.
So it is
But
quite
she would
the
have covered
commitment.
just the perjury stuff.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised for 1 second if they cover the trial. I can probably tell you they will. So that'll be amazing. Is it going to be during the week or weekend? Need to know. If I should adjust my schedule. It will be a Saturday. It is either going to be June 13th or June 27th, which are both Saturdays. So it's an all-day weekend event. That way, we have lots of people in different time zones, different parts of the world. So that way it kind of just will work for anyone that wants to stop in. I'm so excited.
Llama is going hard. She's like, she's going to try to spend 12 hours on this thing. Y'all. She's putting in the work.
That's true.
She's trying to do it. When she says mega stream, that's not hyperbole.
No, that's true. I'm not a very hyperbolic person either. But all right, send me the info for that if you would love to participate. Robin, the psychic girlfriend, was in chat. She agreed to come on, depending which day, but she also has been very generous and donated an auction item. We'll be making those announcements next week of who you can expect to see and what will be up for grabs. So it's all for a good cause. He's like the nicest fucking guy, by the way. He's so nice. So yesterday, this is very relevant to what we're covering. Last night, Terry and I watched Untold, the shooting at Hawthorne Hill on Netflix. And it's about horse people, guys. It's about horse people, and they're crazy. No offense, horse people in the chat, but there are a lot of unique characters in the horse world, is what I've learned. There is a lot of parallels in that documentary and Laura Owens' case. I felt that there were a lot of similarities there. It is one of those where everybody's the asshole in that scenario. And the trial, like, we're going to have to watch the trial because it's kind of crazy. And I don't see how the verdict was what it was, but I'm willing to change my mind and watch the trial. So, look, Robin, I watched it. Horse people are nuts. My dad was a horse person. I know firsthand. Yeah, there's something. They are something indeed. The doc was wild, wasn't it? So we watched that over in the courtyard, and then we came on and talked about it. So if you're a Besties member or higher, go watch me and Terry's review fresh off of watching it. It's something else. You like my hair wavy? Oh, well, thank you. That is my natural hair. If it decides to be tamed today, probably not. Okay. All right. So let's get into a few of the comments you guys left for us on Friday. LSB, our homegirl over there, said yesterday, this is from Friday's stream. So yesterday was so much fun. And the bonus of Llama and Echoes last night was excellent. That was for Thursday, fundraiser day. We were on for the Megan Fox and Bacon Bears fundraiser that they did for a little bit. And then later that night, I went and did Echoes. That was a lot of fun. I made lots of new friends on Friday. We both did. It was very nice. Dan Montana says, in her bar complaint, Lowe states that Woodnick's statements could have the effect of prejudicing the court. Isn't that Woodnick's job to convince the court that L.O. is a crazy pants lying liar who lies? Yes. I just realized I should have done a recap of what we were, because this will make more sense to some of you. My apologies. Like, even though a computer is always the same, for me, it's not. So whenever I try to do something I'm used to doing on another computer, it's like I've never used it ever in my life. And it doesn't make any sense. But let me know if that happens to any of you guys. All right. So last week, let's do a quick catch up before I go through these comments because it's pretty relevant. So last week was a whole lot of David Gingras. Too much. It was too much, really. And we're not done. We only just began. We read numerous blogs by him, which were something. They were something. A lot of shocked Llama and Buffy faces reading those. David asked the court to compel Woodnick to have lunch with him. And we read a lot of emails between the two. And it was all very shocking to read. David sounded a lot like Laura in them. Like, you could have copied and pasted some of those and been like, oh, sir, you're a lawyer. Why are you? It's kind of like he's totally into him. He's like, why won't you be my best friend? All right. I'm sorry. Just please. Anyway, we also read a lengthy bar workup from the complaint Laura filed against Woodnick and her old attorney, Lexi Linville, for doing his job. And by the end of the week, my brain hurt and I felt a lot dumber. Did you, Buffy? Because I did. I felt like it took me days.
My brain always hurts. I feel like it hurts worse after reading Gingras's documents, but I feel like this case has definitely made my brain hurt.
Yes. I felt like I was hungover all weekend. My brain was
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
Yikes. Hi, Savage. How are you doing? Wallace, Llama, I work in an IT role and I still find myself frustrated when I switch between computers. It's not just you. Thank you. Vindicated. Thank you, Wallace. It's weird, right? It's weird. Okay, so now the comments will probably make more sense to some of you. So the next one is from, I have so much room. Where am I at here? Is from Laura Good Faith Crab, our bestie, who says Laura's bar complaints all boil down to how dare they defend this guy? Make him stop. Which is exactly, I mean, that's exactly right. To which Nord with novelty responded with, guys, they're saying all this stuff about me and it's making me mad. Make them stop. And it's also exactly that. I can't imagine what the bar thought about her bar complaint, where she then listed out all of the possible violations for them.
Right.
Like, okay, good job.
Possible violation.
Right. And then at Dan Montana wrote, Buffy equals Llama's Jiminy Cricket. Which is true.
And you know what's so funny is I'm like, what did I say? What did you say? Usually I'm your hype man. Go get him, Tiger. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I do have to talk you off a ledge.
That is very true. That is very true. I'm
Llama,
like, no,
I'm over here trying to we're trying to like calm ourselves down and think of all the shit. And Llama's like, fuck this, we're burning it all down.
Right? I feel bad for the world when we're both angry at the same time. It's not good for you guys. Oh, good morning, Angie. Good morning. Sean said you were just sore from all the mental gymnastics. A true story. True story. Need to start stretching before we cover this stuff. Oh my gosh.
There is body tired and there's brain tired.
Yes, ma'am, there is. So today we have a lot going on. David is still big mad with Woodnick, and that Woodnick would not talk to him, and he's still whining to the court about it. So we have that to look forward to. And then we have David, of course, takes to his blog, and I'm guessing is probably complaining about the internet and calling all of us fucking idiots because that's what he does. We learned that's his favorite hobby. Pretty sure. And it must be bad because Dave Neal then goes and files a bar complaint against David. So that is what we're going to be covering today. In the timeline, we are at April 12th, 2024. Is Llama
April
in the room? No, this is my living room. This is my little nook over here. So, all right. Oh, there's cracked pepper. Best way to start my workday. I love that. Oh, yeah, guys, if you haven't yet, please do like this stream. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you never miss when we go live or drop an episode. Or if you're replay crew, hit that hype button. We say we know what we think it does, but we're not really sure. But I just like the word hype. So just do it. Just do it. All right. Hype us up. Okay. So let's take a quick look at our cost, our Clayton cost, because we've been tracking Clayton cost because I think it's very important to this story. It is very important, but also to show people like how much lawyer fees can be and accumulate so quickly. Also, another reason for the fundraiser for Mike, because it gets crazy real fast. So Clayton hired Woodnick December 8th of 2023. They're now in April 11th, 2024, and he's already $70,000 worth of legal fees to Woodnick. And we're going to, I think today we're going to see just the amount of bullshit and damage that by David Gingras comes in, and you're about to see this number skyrocket just from today, I think.
Just from today?
Let me check. Is today the long one? Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So, lawyers bill every 6 minutes. I don't know how they decided that. I'm curious how they decided to go with 6 minutes. But it's pretty expensive. So we've been tracking that as we go along. But let's get into our first one because we are just running behind today. I'm running behind. Buffy's never running behind. She is always good to go. Okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. All right. Okay. I can't even see that on my computer. Every superfluous email David sends to Woodnick has a cost. Yes, elbow fee. I know 6 minutes is a tenth of an hour. I know. But why go with 6 instead of 10? Does that drive anybody else crazy? Because I'm like, 6 is not a good number for me.
No, I get it.
I'm like, why didn't we go for 10 every 10 minutes? But okay. I know the math, guys. But it doesn't make any sense to my brain. I'm going to start charging all of you guys for every 6 minutes of my 4-hour stream. Just kidding. You can break up an hour into easy to calculate measurements. You know what's easiest? Tens. 10 is easier than 6 is. So not the easiest way. And look who it is. It's Kelly. Our birthday girl is here. Hi, Kelly.
Happy birthday.
We made you a cute birthday slide. I'll show it again at the end, but we did it in the beginning. Happy birthday, babe. No, elbow feet. Today is not your day, sir. Don't be asking me to do math live on my stream. Are you crazy? Jeez. All right. Anyway, let's get into this request for judicial notice. Now, what am I reading? We are just reading pages 1 through 4. Everything else in this is filings from Greg Gillespie's case, which we've already read. We're not going to read all 84 freaking pages that David decided to write here. You can go back and watch our Greg coverage. We have a whole Laura Owens playlist. If you're not entirely sure what he's talking about, please go watch that. All right. Dan Montana says it makes it cheaper for the client if a quick phone call needs to be billed. It's a smaller fee. I mean, I guess. Oh. when your hourly rate is like $600. I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's why I'm not a lawyer or good at math. So, hello, Berkeley. Hope you're doing well today, babe. So happy to see you here. All right. So let's get into David's first stupid filing he's done today. So let's give it a go, I guess. All right. So this is, as I said, a request for judicial notice for Judge Llama to support her position either at trial and or in future dispositive motions pursuant to Arizona Code 201. Petitioner Laura Owens respectfully asks the court to take notice of certain records reflected in the table below. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. He probably wants to bring Greg into the picture, but it's kind of weird that he would want to. But okay. Maybe he's just trying to get ahead of it. I don't know. Because Ms. Owens has supplied the court with the necessary information to support this request, judicial notice is mandatory, not optional. Oh. Quote, the court must take judicial notice if a party requests it and the court is supplied with the necessary information. Judicial notice of these documents is proper because the records all relate to another matter filed in the Maricopa County Superior Court. It is well settled a court may properly take judicial notice of its own records. Then they do some case law there. We don't care about that right now. Also, to avoid any misunderstanding about what this request means and what the court is being asked to do. Gosh, he is so aggressive and demanding and things, but okay. Ms. Owens merely asked the court to take notice of a prior proceedings, Owens versus Gillespie, in which she was a party. Okay. In doing so, the court may take notice of the existence of the allegations in that case and how those allegations were resolved. Well, they weren't. They weren't. The judge just didn't really want to be bothered, to be quite frank with you. But okay. All right. Barbecue queen. Hi, babe. Good morning. Hear ye, hear ye. Here cometh the douche of canoes. Yes. I love that.
Oh,
that's
well,
fantastic.
He is something.
At the same time, the court is not being asked to find that any of these allegations were true or false, because doing so would be improper. Quote, while matter of public record, such as prior court proceedings, are proper subjects of judicial notice, a court may take notice only of the authenticity and existence of a particular order of pleading, not the veracity or validity of its contents. Okay. So he's basically being like, look, there is this other person. Don't take anything. Just look at the bottom where it says both sides were dismissed. Okay. And nobody won anything. Boom. Done. We're done here, Judge. Okay. To summarize, go ahead.
I just don't even understand why bring it in at all.
I don't know. I mean, well, I guess, no, to some degree, why he's talking is because Woodnick has brought it up. You know, they know.
I mean, but if I was her attorney, I wouldn't, because this just goes to what Woodnick's been saying is there's a history and a pattern of behavior, and you bring in the old, like, you're telling the judge to go look at it. Well, there you go.
Go look at it, but don't read any of the other stuff. Just read at the bottom where it said dismissed. Okay, great, thanks.
That doesn't make sense to me. But a lot of stuff he doesn't make sense to me.
That's true. All right. So, to summarize, Ms. Owens asked the court to take judicial notice of the following points based on the information provided. Oh, okay. So it's not just how this ends. All right. I'm going to get me another cup of coffee. On August 21st, 2021, Ms. Owens filed a civil action in Maricopa County Superior Court against an individual named Gregory Gillespie. In her complaint, Ms. Owens alleged she and Mr. Gillespie dated briefly. She became pregnant with Mr. Gillespie's child because she's very good at that, apparently. And after learning of the pregnancy, Mr. Gillespie subsequently used verbal and emotional abuse to coerce Miss Owens into terminating the pregnancy, which she later did. That is not true. All right, We read all that shit. No. No, sir. No. Mr. Gillespie denied Miss Owens' claim, and he further alleged Miss Owens lied about being pregnant. Yes. Based on that allegation, Mr. Gillespie asserted counterclaims for fraud and intentional infliction of emotional distress. And in case you're just joining us, Woodnick was also Greg Gillespie's lawyer for a period of time until Laura became a bitch face. Well, she was already a bitch face, but really crossed the line by accusing Greg and Woodnick of conspiring to set her up to be sexually assaulted in New Jersey by a random guy and have it streamed on the dark web. So remember that. Ugh. So gross.
Well, he left and he came back.
Not for Greg.
Yeah, he did.
No.
I'm pretty sure he did. Like he got off of it and then came back on.
Well, he had a whole different lawyer.
No,
I thought he just stayed away.
No, I thought he left and came back on.
Well, he was not Greg's lawyer at the end of it. That was a whole different guy.
I'm pretty sure I heard that he did come back on. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making it up.
Maybe he did for a short period of time till he got a new lawyer.
I don't know. Somebody in the chat will correct me.
Somebody in the chat will let us know. There's so much. It's easy to forget all of the things. Now, on July 26, 2023, both parties filed simultaneous motions for summary judgment. On November 9th, 2023, the court issued a minute order entry granting both motions for summary judgment, thereby terminating the action, which we watched that hearing, and it was stupid. The court made no findings as to whether Miss Owens was telling the truth or lying about her pregnancy. The court did not find Miss Owens lied about being pregnant. Mr. Gillespie later applied for an award of taxable costs, claiming he was the prevailing party. On February 15th, 2024, the court issued a minute entry order denying Mr. Gillespie's request for cost. In that order, the court made a finding that neither party prevailed under the unique circumstances of this case. Oh, look at that. And he makes a little screenshot there. So, damn Montana. P. Diddy isn't a random guy. He was involved, according to Jay. That's right. You're right.
So was the Long Island serial killer or somebody else.
Yes, that's right. So much happens to this woman. It's crazy.
Allegedly.
All right. So he brings that to the attention of the courts. The rest, as I said, is just all filings from Greg's case. So we're not going to do that because we got a lot to read today.
Oh, yay.
So let's move on to the real interesting one. Let me get rid of that old one. This is, okay. Make sure we can see that. This is Gingriss's reply in support of motion to compel lunch and for alternative relief. Because remember, Woodnick gave his reply that we read on Friday, which was like, what in the fuck? I thought this was a joke. Are you serious? There's a whole bunch of Rule 26. There probably is going to be a lot in here too, guys. I don't know. But I'm sure he handles this well and respectfully, don't you? He always does. Which LO lawyer got the DUI? That would be David Gingras, who we're talking about right now. When was that? Was that Friday? That he's decided to plead in the DUI case that was supposed to be in June. So I think he got offered a plea deal, which I'm not surprised.
That's what he claims.
That's what he claims.
Got a plea deal.
But yeah, I know a lot of people are mad about it, and I don't blame you. But it's very, very common. So.
I'll go say it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Just easier to plea down.
Right. Hi, Stir Crazy. Hello. Is your picture of the TARDIS Stir Crazy? I'm on my laptop, so I can't really see it.
It looks like a
guitar. Oh, a good guitar outside of a TARDIS.
Against a window. You're just wanting to see Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? When I see a Whovian out in the wild, I'm like, well, hello.
Oh,
it's a guitar.
Yeah. That's not a me thing.
Fine. No, I'm kidding. Your picture's so great. All right, so let's see what David has to say, guys, okay? The question for the court is easy. For nearly 2 weeks, Clayton's counsel, Greg Woodnick, has refused to speak with Laura's counsel, David Gingras, by phone. This has made it impossible to have any meaningful discussion regarding the large number of
Did he refer to himself in third person?
Well, yeah. I mean, he has to. And
he usually refers to himself as the undersigned, not by his name.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Fair point. Well, he's being very serious.
It's just weird. Sorry.
It's a good point. Regarding the large number of legal, factual, and evidentiary issues present in this unusual case, this impasse is particularly prejudicial with a trial just 60 days away. And it has needlessly expanded, and if not promptly addressed, it could delay this proceeding. Okay. While the reasons for his position are somewhat disputed and mostly irrelevant, there is no dispute about this. Mr. Woodnick's refusal to speak with the undersigned, there you go, Buff, is not acceptable. It is contrary to mandatory rules which require counsel to meet and confer. Mr. Woodnick's refusal is also contrary to the mandatory professionalism standards of the Arizona Supreme Court. Okay. We're in blog post now. We're in legal blog post that he loves to do. Okay. So the rules require lawyers to talk, but Mr. Woodnick won't talk. What, if anything, should the court do about this? Wrong answers only, chat.
And we should torture him.
What should the court do about Woodnick not having lunch with David? Laura's motion offered 2 pragmatic, if slightly unusual solutions. Remember, he was like, hey, Greg, you want to go get like a beer sometime? And
he wants a friend. Don't be mean. Right? He just wants a friend.
You're going to go get a beer and
he wants to chill.
Greg is like, I don't know, maybe we can after this is all said and done. Do you like sushi? I like sushi. And he's like, nah, I don't really like sushi at all. What do you think about Top Golf?
On a date.
He did. That's exactly what was happening. And David,
do you like me? Check yes or no.
So weird. And he was like, what do you think of Top Golf? We can just go to Top Golf and it'll be great.
I also enjoy long walks on the beach.
It was weird. Not once have I ever messaged you with anything like that. I guess I'm not in love with you enough. Oh.
Well, now I'm sad.
I'm sorry. I do love you a lot.
I know.
Hi, Sky Bell. Good morning. Good morning. Look at your cute little dog. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Thank you for being here. IB, hello. Quick drop in before their next meeting. IB has been playing this Tamagotchi game. I downloaded it on my phone, but then it like has ads, and I wasn't going to pay $20, so I deleted it. But they have a whole island of Laura Owens characters, and it's like she gives me like a daily update on what the characters are doing, and it's my little telenovela every day, and I love it. So if you wonder how does Llama spend her free time, that's how. That's how. Being like giving the gossip of what's going on the Laura Owens island. I need it.
I mopped and did laundry during my free time. I want your life. Can we trade?
Maybe. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I don't know. I might look into it like for my computer or something. Is it on the computer? Probably. I don't have a Switch. All right. So petitioner's motion offered 2 pragmatic, if slightly unusual solutions. 1, order counsel to meet for lunch, hoping the meeting would help increase communication and decrease the level of contentiousness. I don't know why that exists, but it does. Apparently, David doesn't know why. And or 2, in the alternative, waive the in-person conferral requirements of Rule 9, which Mr. Woodnick has recently ignored anyway. Okay. And I have a feeling that's probably what it's going to be. And then he's going to be mad about it. Like, no. I am your number one fan, IB. I am. I will carry that crown proudly, IB. If it was not clear in the motion, undersigned counsel strongly believes the meet and confer requirement is a good thing. Indeed, that process has already produced significant benefits in this case. Money benefits. I don't know about anything else.
For who though?
I
don't think Jingers is getting paid, and I'm pretty sure that's just ringing up debt for Clayton. So
right?
who's benefiting here?
Well, don't worry, Buffy. He's gonna tell us. Oh. Specifically on January 3rd, 2024, well before he was even on this case, Clayton filed a Rule 26 motion.
Drink. Okay. If you've got your shots.
Great. I knew it was going to come up. Clayton filed a Rule 26 motion for sanctions against asking the court to punish Miss Owens for fabricating her pregnancy claim. That motion and the assertions contained therein largely dominated the proceeding for the last 3 months, resulting in both sides incurring many thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands, in attorney's fees and costs, even though all other paternity issues in this case are moot. Moot. There it is. Hold on. Where'd that footnote come from? I forgot about footnotes. Oh, he said petitioner motion offered 2 pragmatic, if slightly unusual solutions. Let's see that footnote.
What is the unusual solution?
In his 23 plus years of vigorous, sorry, but the italicized words were large and now vigorous. It's just, I can't help myself. Years of vigorous litigation practice involving many cases far more contentious than this, undersigned counsel has never encountered a situation where opposing counsel refused to talk by phone. It's never happened to David before, you guys.
Everybody likes him. They all want to talk to him.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Oddly and inexplicably, before filing the Rule 26 motion, Mr. Woodnick failed to provide the mandatory 10-day notice and safe harbor period required by Rule 26. David, why are we going over this again, David? This is why he doesn't want to have lunch with you. For me, anyway. Like, oh, great. I can't wait to hear it. Rule 26 100 times.
I'm keeping tabs
of
how many times he says it. I am.
I love that.
We need a counter in the corner.
I know. In other words, in his motion furiously attacking Ms. Owens and demanding sanctions for her alleged violation of Rule 26, Mr. Woodnick himself violated Rule 26 by filing a pleading that failed to comply with the mandatory procedural steps of that rule. That son of a bitch. How dare he? That ironic error, which is non-waivable and non-curable, meant the court was literally without authority to even consider Mr. Echard's request for Rule 26 sanctions. Okay. Then he lists some case law stuff. I don't really care about that. We already probably read it, the other 3 documents about Rule 26, so it's fine. The law on this issue was and is so clear. Upon discovering the problem, undersigned counsel immediately asked to meet and confer with Mr. Woodnick to get his side of the story. But if it's just about a fucking certificate that he didn't file, because remember, that's what his whole problem is. He didn't file the certificate to give us 10 days. What is there to meet and confer about and hear his side of the story? If it's moot.
Because he just needs somebody to listen to him rant.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to have his say.
Now,
I don't know.
I agree with you. Nachos are for friends. That's right. David is very upset he has not gotten a friendship bracelet from Woodnick. Very upset about this. Serious business.
I love that callback.
Right? Hello, E. Poindexter. Yes. Friday and today we are talking all about motion to compel lunch because David just wants to be friends.
It's been 3 days of lunch.
Just want to be friends.
Arguing over lunch.
David has a man crush on him. It's very
I think so.
Mr. Woodnick's initial response was extreme resistance and a refusal to concede the mistakes. Oh,
I don't think he likes you, bro. I don't think he's as into you as you are of him.
Right? That caused Miss Owens to incur significant additional fees, drafting a motion to resolve the Rule 26 issue as a matter of law. Okay. Which, if filed, would have included a request for sanctions against Mr. Woodnick based on his clear violation of the rule. If filed, so you didn't file it? You just sat there and said all of that and you haven't filed it? Okay. Well, don't they have to give him notice? That's true. Did he give him notice already? I don't remember.
I don't know. This guy says a lot of stupid shit over and over.
Wolfie says he wouldn't sign David's courthouse yearbook.
That's probably what happened. Oh my God. He said, have a great summer. That's all he said.
That's it.
That means he doesn't like you.
Right. Good luck. All right, where were we? That process, while admittedly not the friendliest experience, ended with Mr. Woodnick withdrawing the deficient Rule 26 motion on April 3rd, 2024. Okay, what does it have to do with lunch? This shows the conferral process can and does work. So he's like, well, when we talked, I got him to take the one thing away. So I think if I keep talking to him and badgering him, all of this will go away, Judge. So please make him talk to me. At the same time, the meet and confer process is only is only effective and efficient when the lawyers can talk about the issues in real time, either face-to-face or on the phone. This is why the rule expressly warns email communications cannot, standing alone, satisfy the duty to confer. Which I don't really quite understand, but okay. If anything, you think it would be better that they didn't talk on the phone, just because then there's like a paper trail of conversations, but okay. This court should not tolerate Mr. Woodnick's refusal to comply with the rules. At the very least, if Mr. Woodnick is permitted to remain mute, the court should waive the requirements of Rule 9C for the remainder of this proceeding. Okay, all the best, right? That is what you should put in his yearbook. Let's see. Discussion. Ms. Owens has complied with her disclosure obligations. Sure. In his brief, rather than addressing the merits of the problem, Mr. Woodnick begins with a straw man argument. He says he should not be required to comply with Rule 9C because he claims Ms. Owens has not produced the information required by the order granting Mr. Echard's motion to compel. This argument is both pointless and wrong, which we read those emails. All right. And basically what Woodnick was asking was just like, yo, can we get these specific documents? She has been ordered by the court to give them to us so we can give them to our experts, because our experts can't do anything basically without, these things. And David just goes on and on and on about other fucking bullshit. And it's like, but why? Why do you need them? I don't understand. Let's go do lunch. Let's go to Topgolf. Let's have some nachos and some beer. First, Mr. Woodnick's duty to confer exists independently of Ms. Owens' duty to disclose information. Even if Ms. Owens was derelict in her disclosure duties, which she absolutely is not, that would not give Mr. Woodnick free rein to ignore other rules of this proceeding. Second, the order granting the motion to compel was not filed until yesterday, April 10th, 2024, and it states Ms. Owens was not required to produce any information until April 18th, 2024. Thus, Ms. Owens' disclosure is not even due yet. Like, what? Okay, sir. Oh my gosh, she just makes everything so much more of a pain in the ass. Hello, Catherine. Hope you're doing well. Good morning. Right, Bruce? Bruce says she failed to prove clinical pregnancy, paternity, and or miscarriage. Sounds pretty derelict to me. I know, but who are we? We're idiots, Bruce. We're just idiots. We're so dumb, according to David. Despite this, Ms. Owens fully complied with the order the same day it was issued. Thus, even if a lack of disclosure on Ms. Owens' part somehow allowed Mr. Woodnick to ignore all other rules, that excuse no longer exists. So he's like, by the way, he said he wasn't going to talk to me until Laura turned her shit in, and she has. So make him talk to me about lunch. All right. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. Happy to see you. I think the correct term is ultra moron. Yes, thank you for that correction. I forgot about your formal title, Bruce. Oh, poor guy. I don't know why he goes after. It's so funny. It's not funny because he's a dick, but because he released another blog last night. Did you read it, Buff? I did. Yeah, because in one of the recent ones, right, he goes after Bruce, which was just rude. And who'd he go? He went after two people last night. Oh, he went after Loud Little Ducky and said something about how, she'll have a 12-hour fundraising mega stream to cry or something like that. And I was like, well, I took that personally. That's not even about me, but okay, well, all right. Which, how dare he? Rude. He's so obsessed with everybody. It's so obvious and funny.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's Catherine's adorable. In Germany. We got a German friend, Buffy.
I love that.
She says, I'm in Germany and can never get on the lies. I know, I'm sorry. So glad to be here. From a European point of view, this whole thing is so bizarre. I guess from an American point of view too. Girl, yes.
It's weird here too.
Yeah. We're all sitting here like, what? Yes, her again. I don't know why. Again, I'm still like way behind in all the, what's gone on recently as to why. I can't imagine why. Just because he's a dick. I don't know.
I think he just likes her name.
I think so too. He's just
like he likes to say stuff about mooses and duckies. I'm sure, like,
if you have an animal name, watch out. It sounds like. Despite this, so Laura already complied. All right. Strongly worded remarks do not excuse the duty to confer. In his brief opposing the request for lunch, Mr. Woodnick cites a handful of emails and online comments from the undersigned, and they were not great, guys. They weren't great. In effect, his argument is, quote, Gingras said mean things to me. I don't like it, so I should not have to talk to him. What? Sir. Okay.
That sounds a lot like your client.
Sounds a lot like your client. Sounds a lot like you, David. Right? Woodnick is being mean to me because he won't go out to lunch with me or answer my calls, and I don't like it. So you should make him talk to me. It's the same thing. Are you serious? Shut up. Also, you are mean, David. You are mean. You are an asshole. So yes. Food names are safe.
He said he knows he's an asshole. So he's a self-aware asshole.
That's true.
So that means it's on purpose.
Yeah. Not great. So to be fair, Mr. Woodnick is correct, but only partially. Some degree of
but that was hard for him to say out loud or write down.
Some degree of invective exists in some emails exchanged between counsel and in some online comments, few, if any, of which were actually directed to Mr. Woodnick. That much is true. Okay. All right. What is missing from Mr. Woodnick's objection is context.
Oh,
of course.
It's amazing how that happens.
It is.
They shout, context is missing, but will like literally take everything out of the context to go after somebody else.
Exactly. Berkeley says every accusation is a confession. It's very on point. Very on point. He picks on women. No surprise. Of course he does. Lame. Although he provides copies of emails buried in his 60-plus pages of exhibits and selectively quotes a few choice examples, Mr. Woodnick never explains to the court why these strongly worded remarks were made. I love how he always gets on Woodnick about how long his filings are.
That's why my mouth dropped. I was like,
I can't see your face.
Oh, sir, that was a 29-page motion to
39.
I'm sorry.
39.
I don't know. It's ridiculous. And that's why I'm like, buried in his 60 plus. The nerve, the audacity, the gall, the gumption. Just.
Wow. Let's see. Because that point is key to understanding the undersigned's unusually strong tone. You guys, he's not like this all the time. It's just, okay. Being mean, rude, argumentative for no reason is one thing. Being mean, rude, argumentative for good reason is entirely different. Okay. Let's hear why he's a good, mean person. Since Mr. Woodnick fails to offer any context, this reply will do so. Here's the genesis of the problem. There is clear and compelling proof Mr. Woodnick lied to this court in the motion to compel. That is a serious allegation. So let's look at exactly what that claim is based on. Oh, tell us, David, tell us.
How did he lie?
In the motion to compel filed on March 11th, 2024, Mr. Woodnick accused Ms. Owens of essentially ignoring her 49 disclosure obligations. Specifically, on page 6 of the motion, Mr. Woodnick made the following representation to this court. Oh my gosh, hold on to your butts, guys. I think this is going to be bad. I think this is going to change our whole opinion of Woodnick, isn't it? Yep, David's just about to win this case. Ready? Laura has willfully and wantonly failed to disclose information pursuant to Rule 49. After the status conference before this court, Laura provided minimal disclosure after evading any compliance with Rule 49 for over 8 months. Okay, where's the lie? Where is it? As previously explained in Ms. Owens' motion seeking additional time to respond to the motion to compel, there was 39 pages, David. When he was first retained by Ms. Owens, undersigned counsel did not have a complete copy of Ms. Owens' file and thus was not in a position to directly respond to Mr. Woodnick's allegations regarding disclosure. Unfortunately, this court denied the undersigned's request for additional time because you wrote 39 pages, probably, about needing more time to write other things. So it's weird. Resulting in the motion to compel being granted essentially by default without following a full or any response. Of course, the truth always comes out in the end, you guys. Oh, he's about to take us to church and speak the truth. Ms. Owens' former counsel, Corey Keith, finally provided a copy of Ms. Owens' file to the undersigned on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024 at 4:33 p.m. Dude.
But didn't he write the motion to extend on April 1st? So he
Yes.
literally got it the next day?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Of course. Oh, wait, Corey Keith. Due to the massive size of the file, 10 plus gigabytes, the file took approximately an hour to download. Oh my goodness.
Sounds like you need to upgrade.
Literally, while the file was downloading, this court denied Ms. Owens' request for an extension at 5:01 p.m. on April 2nd, 2024. Before undersigned counsel had any opportunity to review the materials provided by Mr. Keith. Oh, the horror, the injustice happening to you, David. It's unbelievable. 10 gigabytes isn't that big. I also don't do byte math. All right. I can't do lawyer. I can't do byte math.
I don't do terabytes, gigabytes.
No.
Any of that.
No, I don't do any of that. And I don't do lawyer.
10 gigabytes
math.
is not that big. You just need to know that. Once you start getting into the terabyte realm, it's pretty large.
Maybe we should just keep it at 6 gigabytes since apparently 6 is better than 10. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
No. 10 is bigger, but 6 is easier to charge more. You can charge more per hour if you charge at 6 than 10. You can charge 10 times instead of 6.
Okay. My feet are asleep. I don't like sitting in this thing. Because now I gotta stretch them out. So when I go to get coffee here in a minute, I don't fall on my face from my feet being asleep. Have you ever done that? That's the best when you get up and it's just like, and you're like, oh my God.
No.
I didn't know my feet weren't gonna work. Oh.
I usually know that they're asleep and I wait.
Oh, well, sometimes I get too excited. It happens quite a few times to me sometimes. So,
I was like, can you just make sure the camera's up when you do that?
I'll try my best. All right. So what Mr. Woodnick failed to tell this court and what undersigned counsel did not know at the time is that Mr. Woodnick's representations were knowingly false. Contrary to Mr. Woodnick's representations, Mr. Keith did, in fact, provided a detailed Rule 49 disclosure statement on February 23rd, 2024, before the motion to compel was filed. OMG, you guys. It's over. Let's pack it up. Let's go home. Okay. Having now reviewed the files from Mr. Keith, it is clear Mr. Woodnick lied to this court when he proclaimed Miss Owens evaded her Rule 49 disclosure obligations and had refused to provide any disclosure for over 8 months. Now, we know why Mr. Woodnick would not agree to a voluntary extension of time. He was trying to hide this fact from the court and from undersigned counsel. David should become a detective. I say, geez, I thought that too. I love how you underline it and bolds a grammatical error. Yes, I know. I read that. I was like, okay, David, but I don't want to go too hard on him. He's a very sensitive boy. Sensitive boy. Let's see. This also explains why the conferral certificate attached to the motion was so vague. It suggested Mr. Woodnick talked about disclosures with Mr. Keith on February 2nd and February 21st, just days before Ms. Owens' disclosures were served. The conferral certificate also references a single email sent on March 8th, 2024, requesting a meet and confer without any further in-person follow-up as the rule requires. Upon seeing this information, undersigned counsel was shocked and, to be candid, pretty angry. He's pretty angry about this, guys. Okay. A lawyer who lies that specifically and that willfully is rightly subject to verbal criticism, if not significant other professional consequences.
I think somebody needs to highlight that and ask him if he still feels the same about this.
Right? Yikes. Him and Laura just really predicted the future.
It's so crazy,
really.
Right? I'm like going, that didn't age well.
Right. Okay. As noted in the request for additional time to respond to the motion, Mr. Woodnick also made other representations about the state of discovery, which later were found to be false. For instance, Mr. Woodnick informed undersigned counsel before he had a copy of Miss Owens' file that the file contained no medical records to support Miss Owens' claims, and that all medical providers named by Ms. Owens had confirmed she was never a patient. Both of these statements were later found to be completely false, you guys. Okay. That dishonesty is what caused the breakdown in communication between the undersigned and Mr. Woodnick. Oh, that's why. Okay. Right.
I'm sorry. That sounds so whiny.
Didn't Laura, when she filed her motion to compel Clayton to communicate with her, pretty sure she used some of that wording as well. Pretty sure about that. Now, this has nothing to do with any social media comments, and it has nothing to do with the timing of Miss Owens' compliance with the order compelling disclosure. Now, problem is that undersigned counsel does not like being lied to, and neither should this court. Oh, okay, David. Okay, David. Have you met Laura? Okay. Here, the breakdown in communication occurred immediately after undersigned counsel brought these issues up and asked for an explanation. Rather than explaining himself, Mr. Woodnick simply clammed up and refused to respond. That is perhaps an admission of guilt. Why provide an explanation when you don't have one?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
It does, doesn't it? Hello, Jupiter Janes. Happy to have you here. Hope you're having a good day. Catherine says, how lawyers can muddy the waters is unbelievable. She did the same thing at least 3 times. There are 6 non-twins out there. I know, Catherine. I know, right? It's crazy. Right, exactly. She says, I cannot understate. Oh, I cannot understate how explosive it is for an attorney to call another attorney a liar in pleadings. Agreed. Right?
Well,
Like,
even Woodnick was very gracious to all of Laura's previous attorneys.
yes.
And didn't throw them under the bus, even though, I mean, he could have, but he didn't. And so, you can see that it is kind of a big deal. They do try not to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of rude. I mean, unless it goes too far.
Well, yeah, we are going to have to work with these guys down the line again at some point. Don't want to have bad blood.
Yeah, because, you might be on opposite sides of the aisle, but they're still coworkers effectively, so why have that? Like, you can be like competitive, I guess, like when you're at trial or whatever, because you are doing your job, right? To be like zealously fighting either for the state, the defense, whatever, right? But most lawyers are like, yeah, that's when we're on. Other than that,
I would say most of the time they're golfing together.
Yeah.
Like talk,
all
like
sides.
they're working. A lot of them will actually, my dad, who he said a lot of stuff is worked out on the golf field, not over the phone or at a table. Like they'll go and talk it out while they're playing. That's where a lot of things are handled, believe it or not.
And he's like, I don't know why Woodnick won't talk to me and be my friend. Because you passed the no-no zone is what you did. So.
The no-no zone.
The no-no zone. The no-no friend zone. That's why you don't have a friendship bracelet, David. All right. To summarize, as explained above, undersigned counsel believes Mr. Woodnick lied to this court, and he did so for the express purpose of trying to gain a tactical advantage in this case. Sorry if that's harsh, but it is what the
you're not.
Conclusively show. You know what, David? You are ridiculously hard to listen to. All right. I hate to say it, but now undersigned counsel admits being upset about this. All right. He's very upset, guys. Any lawyer who cares about justice would be. Willful dishonesty has no place in this profession. Under these circumstances, undersigned counsel believes his strongly worded remarks to Mr. Woodnick were fully justified and appropriate.
I hope somebody is highlighting all of these statements.
Right. Put it in a scrapbook. Send it to him.
Like,
at the
you
same
said
time,
it.
right? You did say it. At the same time, we still have a case to resolve, and there is still much to discuss. So long as that remains the case, undersigned counsel has no choice but to put his anger and disappointment aside for now and move forward as best he can. He wrote this in a fucking court argument. Shut up. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, so they're in a relationship. He makes it sound like they're lovers. We just got to put our different. We just got to move forward for the good of the children. He just reworded Laura's emails.
Yeah. To move forward, the lawyers must talk. Not because they want to, but because the rules require them to. For the babies. What about our babies, Greg? David's burn book. That Woodnick's fuckly slut.
You got to do it for the kids.
Oh my gosh, they are like a stream of consciousness. I can't believe
do you think he proofreads this or gives it to one of his paralegals and says, go over this, make sure it sounds good? And they're like, yeah, David, this is great. You should absolutely send this to the judge.
I don't think so. He just already thinks it's amazing. It's like, period, boom, done. Let's go. Next. I don't think he revises things. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I appreciate the entertainment, David. Nobody else appreciates you like me.
That's true. I appreciate your use of colors. Love that, even though nobody else likes it. Court doesn't like it. I do.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate
in the documents.
You using their last names. It makes it easier for me to read and say who's who, and not have to look up and try to remember which one's which in the middle, because that's kind of embarrassing. So thank you, David, for that. And again, your blog motions are fascinating. So thank you, David. Thank you.
They're entertaining. I didn't say they were right. Definitely not on Team David, but I love the entertainment factor.
No problem can be solved without the parties talking to each other. For that reason, this court should follow Judge Gaines' wise example and require the lawyers to talk. If that's too much to ask, ... we really do have a problem. And for the reasons stated above, the motion to compel lunch should be granted. Dated.
Do you think that eventually there would be like a motion to compel couples counseling
Maybe.
or something like that they really like? This sounds a little personal, David.
that was something, David. That was something. What do we have up next? Okay, so up next we have now I gotta reshare stuff because I'm a ding dong who messed it up.
But you're our ding dong and we love you.
Thank you. I love you guys too. Which one do we need? This is 2024. All right. So actually, can you pull this one up, Buff, and read this while I go to the bathroom and get more coffee and stuff? It's very short. It is Laura's motion to withdraw name change petition and request for refund of fees. Because remember that? That was she asked for this last November. No, so November 2023 it was.
I wish I could, but the site is not loading. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Yeah, I think it was November. She requested to change her name to Emily Laura Wilson, and then she's like, but then everybody found out, and so I'd like my money back, please. All right, you do that.
She cannot be a Wilson.
I will be back.
I won't allow it.
I'm gonna leave you like that, but I'll stay on screen so you're not a giant.
Not a giant. I'm not going to even be looking at myself. And she's not even herself in her little avatar picture. That's so funny. Okay. So motion to withdraw name change petition and request for refund of fees. I, Laura Owens, the petitioner in the aforementioned case, respectfully reiterate my motion originally filed on December 1st, 2023 to withdraw my name change petition and request a refund of the fees paid. Despite the time elapsed since my initial filing, there has been no ruling on my petition, which compels me to address this matter again for resolution. And she's going to badger you until you do it. That's what I'm going to get. All right. So, as previously stated, I filed for my petition for a name change on November the 7th. Hold on, let me move my stuff around so I can actually see. All right. On November 7th, 2023, and paid a fee of $333. Shortly thereafter, my petition became publicly known through a broadcast by a YouTube content creator, Dave Neal, which undermined the confidentiality and purpose of the change, rendering the new name ineffective. She just doesn't understand. You would think someone who's been in court so many times understand how court documents work. Given that more than 4 months have passed without a decision from the court, and considering the compromised effectiveness of the name change due to public exposure, I find it necessary to formally request the withdrawal of my petition. Furthermore, in light of these circumstances, I seek a full refund of $333 fee paid, as the service for which the fee was rendered has become futile. I understand the court's policies regarding fee refunds and prepared to follow up any request procedures to facilitate this request. I don't understand why. Well, what is the procedures? Are there no refunds? Does she think she's special? Because it's kind of what I'm getting at. I understand the court's policies regarding fee refunds in Karen terms means there generally isn't a refund and I'm special and this is why you should give me one. But that's just me speculating. Thank you for your attention to this pressing matter. I trust that the court will act promptly to resolve this issue and authorize the refund. Oath and affirmation. I declare under the penalty of perjury that the information provided here is true and correct to the best of my knowledge. April 15th, 2024. Laura Owens. Okay. So that is the end of that. Did she ever get her refund? Is what I want to know. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, so she didn't get the refund and they rejected her request. Ah, ha, ha, ha. That is hilarious. And literally when I type ah, ha, ha, that's how I say it while I'm typing it. But yeah, that's hilarious. I was wondering if they actually just sent that to her because it sounded like she wanted to be special and that she wasn't actually going to be entitled to that. She was just hoping that she was special. Oh. So what did I miss when the new blog post? I feel like I missed out on something. I don't know why. I didn't hear about that yesterday. So narrator, she did not get a refund. Does she get like a nice letter from the court saying, sorry? Who wants prison time for Laura? Do I think she'll get it? No. Oh. Woodnick made it clear in another filing, Laura is not special, but she thinks she is, and that's all that matters. She thinks she's special. And so does Gingras. She's special. Let's see. Llama usually does this as a surprise for me, so I don't really know what's coming next. Let's see. Okay, so she has it listed here. Granted withdrawal, denied refund of fees. So it was denied. Okay, so that answered it. I have to read the notes further, and I just didn't do that.
Sorry.
I'm just sitting here sounding like an idiot, but that's okay. Welcome back.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That's what we do best. Anyway, it's fine. All right. It was like an obstacle to get back in this specific spot. Should lift my camera on. You guys would have found it hilarious.
I did ask that if you were going to fall to leave your stream going.
Yeah, so she's denied a refund, which is hilarious that she's just like, but can I get my money back, please? Like, girl, it's the courts. All right. They love money. You're not getting your money back, babes. Not our fault there. Okay, so are you done with that?
Yeah, I've been done with it.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
I read a lot faster than you do.
That's true. She does. I am dramatic. So that's why we balance each other out. Let's see. Why can't I see any of our slide things?
But Buffy, her mommy told her she was special. I know. She thought she was going to get it back because she's different. She's not like other girls.
She's not like other girls.
So quirky.
Quirky, special, amazing. Just the best at everything.
I guess. I don't know who told her that.
Okay. So what do we got next? Oh, we got some David blogs because of course we do.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So David writes this on April 16th, 2024. And it's titled, "What Does Justice for Clayton Look Like? Let me tell you." So great. Great. I know he's not a fan of the Justice for Clayton people. He's pretty much said that in the vlogs we've read thus far, where he tells them all they're idiots all the time. So let's see what he has to say now. All right. He says, if you're following the Owens v. Echard case, you have probably seen a lot of folks talking about how they want to see justice for Clayton. By the way, I can hear myself through your
Well, that's interesting. My speakers aren't even on.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's gone now, so that's fine. Maybe it's just me. It could be. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
That's so weird.
Just echoes for more drama. All right. So there's a JFC Twitter account. There's a JFC GoFundMe page. I'm guessing JFC t-shirts are next. Idea? Ooh. JFC condoms?
Are there JFC t-shirts? How do I order one?
Probably. You'll get them when you're a level 4 in the cult. I'm a level 7 because I recruited people. So,
well, how do we work up our levels? I'm sorry, I didn't get instructions. I guess my welcome pamphlet hasn't gotten here yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're still in, sorting it out. Anyway, but what exactly does justice for Clayton look like? At the end of the day, all that happened here from a legal perspective is Laura hooked up with a guy, Clayton, who she thought was interested in her. Sadly, it turned out the feelings were not mutual. Sucks.
Fine, hooked up.
But that's life. Now, let's remember at this point in this timeline, she has accused Clayton of raping her. All right. And her own lawyer is just like, well, they hooked up and they didn't like each other. Oh, fucking well, move on. Like, that's kind of weird, right? That you're like, he did this horrific thing. But, we're just not, it's fine. He did not do this horrific thing. Just to make that perfectly fucking clear. Is not what happened. But that's interesting. Now, Laura claims she got pregnant, and she did exactly what you would expect. She tried to talk to Clayton about the situation. Yes, I know some people think she didn't handle this very well. That's fair, and I'm not judging your harsh opinions of Laura. Of course, maybe you'd have a different view if you walked a mile in her shoes, as the saying goes. You know what, David? Guess what, David? Myself and a lot of other women have actually walked that real mile before. And I don't think your client even put shoes on because she doesn't even know how long a fucking mile is. Like, are you serious? Shut up.
That's funny.
That's why everyone thinks your client's a fucking liar. But here's the thing. This is a very strange twist of fate. But I have walked a mile in Clayton's shoes. Literally. I don't think that's what the word literally means. Did you buy Clayton's shoes? Or I don't know. When I was in my mid-20s, I hooked up with a girl on spring break. Days later, she called and said those 2 words you just don't want to hear in that situation. I'm pregnant. Oh, boy. Okay. Just like Clayton, my initial response was, wait a second. We only hooked up once, and that was like 6 days ago. How can you possibly know you're pregnant that soon? It sounded impossible, but she promised me it's possible. Okay. During spring break. Okay. Unlike Clayton, Which, by the way, he's like, oh, I walked a mile in Clayton's shoes. But he also compared Clayton to Donald Trump and Trump v. Carroll. This guy is all over the place with his comparisons. I mean, like, yep, they're the same.
Wow.
So, okay. Right. Yeah, Clayton did not have sex with her at all. Where was I? Unlike Clayton, my response was very different. I told this young lady, first and foremost, the decision about what to do was entirely up to her, which is also what fucking Clayton said. And I don't believe him either.
I think he wrote a 39-page note about why he's not the father.
And she's a liar. An idiot. I barely knew her, but I explained if I was the father, I would absolutely do the right thing and support her in any way necessary. As a man, even a young one, I just couldn't imagine turning my back on my own child, no matter what the circumstances were. Who would do that? It's not the child's fault that she came into this world unexpectedly. Did you read the fucking text, David?
No.
Okay.
I
don't think he did. He didn't. He did not. Mm-hmm. So the girl decided to keep the baby. 9 months later, she called again and asked me to send a picture of my earlobe.
The fuck?
What? Oh my God. Oh, shut up. Don't tell me this is how you're going to do a fucking DNA test. Shut up, David. Okay. Of my earlobe.
Stop. I read too far ahead.
You read too far ahead? Okay. Do you need a moment to gather yourself? Is it that bad?
Just keep reading.
Just keep reading. To my shock and surprise, apparently, there are 2 types of earlobes. That's true. Attached and non-attached, like mine. And this is apparently a reliable way of determining paternity. Oh, wow. Okay. That is not how genetics work. I mean.
And I'm done.
David. What?
Like, that tells me all I need to know about him right here. Before, it could have just been an act. But now you have proven. You know how they say a fool can keep it, you can keep your mouth shut or open your mouth and prove you're an idiot. I don't know how the saying goes, but it's you just did it for me. Like before you could have fooled, like you are zealously advocating for your client, but now you're just an idiot.
I mean, just let's get rid of DNA tests. We don't need them.
We got earlobes.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm done. I'm so done with this guy. I cannot believe this is real life. Okay.
Only in cases of recessiveness. Okay, well.
It does not matter. The fact that he thought that was a good idea to write down. The people who are the loudest are usually the most wrong.
That is true. That is very true. Always be careful of those that are loud and need all the spotlight. Wow. Okay. Bruce says DSG's paternity story is only relevant if Laura actually had the babies, because there was a baby in DSG's case. In Laura's case, we have no babies. So this is all irrelevant. Everything about this is irrelevant. But okay. Oh my God, he's a lawyer? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm pretty sure he is a scientist. He deals in biology. He's a geneticist. You heard from the man. 2 types of earlobes. Both are very reliable ways of determining paternity.
I rest my case.
Sorry, I'm losing my shit on this because I cannot believe he wrote that down for everybody to see. I'm sorry. Okay.
Let's keep reading his theory, though, about genetics and how that all works. Okay. If the child has an attached lobe and the mom does not, that means the father must have the same type as the kid because genetics. No idea if that's true, but Google seems to think it's 100% accurate. What? But you just You just said you thought it had to have been true. Whenever
he said this is
1996.
apparently a reliable way of determining paternity. I have no idea if this is true, but like, what
It
is
worked for
wrong
me.
with you, sir?
I sent her my earlobe, and I'm not the daddy, so it's fine. I don't know if that's true, but it worked that one time, so it's fine. Okay, he
This
goes
guy's
on
a
to say,
fucking idiot. Sorry,
now you guys,
in my opinion, allegedly.
right? Catherine, our favorite new German friend, is like, wrong. You can't see the 2 chromosomes. I'm a science teacher. Oh wow, this is something else. That's our so yeah, she says attached earlobes are recessive, by the way, just for a stupid fact of the day. That's a pretty smart
I have
fact
never looked
comparatively.
that closely at somebody's fucking earlobes. I'm sorry.
Elbow says it's called the Van Gogh test. That's a good one. Good one, babe. So half-ass fashion. Oh, hey, babes, hope you're doing well. Says attached earlobes is a recessive trait. You can have 2 parents with detached earlobes. Have a baby with attached. Both of my parents have attached earlobes. No way, half-ass. Don't tell David that. He's based
I
his
don't
whole
even
case on
know.
the earlobes.
I never look at my parents' earlobes. But now I'm going to have to go visit my dad just so I can look at his earlobes.
Just send me a pic of your earlobes.
Oh, wait, I have his baby picture over there.
All right, let's see what dumb shit he goes on to say. This was 1996.
We had the same ears.
Didn't have cameras. I probably mailed her a photo taken on film and dropped off at Walgreens. Sometime later, I got the call. You don't have to find the right kind of earlobes. Oh, you don't have the right kind of earlobes. You can't be the dad. Oh boy.
All right, guys.
Okay, David.
We're spending way too much money on determining paternity tests. All we have to do is
earlobes.
Compare earlobes. Yep.
Wow. In the year 2024, maybe I would have responded differently. But in 1996, I breathed a huge sigh of relief. I went off to law school in 1997 thinking I'd dodge a bullet. Oh, well, I don't know, David. You might want to call that bitch up and just be like, so today I found out the earlobe thing isn't true. Little did I know. 10 years later in 2006, that bullet would come back. I was sitting in my office on the 20th floor of an office building in Phoenix when the receptionist buzzed me in. Yeah, David, there's someone here with some papers for you. Papers? By this time, I was a lawyer, and getting served with papers was hardly unusual, but not with my name listed as the respondent in a paternity establishment case. I later learned my spring break fling had some personal problems. Well, maybe she just found out about the fucking earlobe thing and she was like, well, shit, I've been wrong this whole time, when my 10-year-old came back from science class and told me about the earlobe thing. We'll see. I think she ended up applying for public health benefits for her child. When that happens, the state of Arizona asks, hey, why should Arizona taxpayers have to pay for this kid? Where's the father? Let's find him and make him pay, which is not true in Ohio. People say this all the time. That's not true.
Oh, I mean, it is here.
Oh, really? It's not that way in Ohio at all.
And in Louisiana, they're like, oh, no. Is he paying child support? Is he paying this? We're going to go after him for that. And they'll make him pay the state back.
Interesting.
Louisiana ain't playing.
So they asked the mom who the dad was, and my name was given. This resulted in the Arizona Attorney General filing a paternity action against me on behalf of the Department of Economic Security. Okay. Okay. The allegations in the petition shocked me. He was shocked, you guys. What about the earlobes? Oh my gosh, please tell me. He writes back, what about the earlobes? All right, we did a scientific test. It was fine. The allegations in the petition shocked me. David Gingras is the father of this poor, desperate child. David Gingras has abandoned his child. David Gingras has refused to pay any support for his child. It was harsh to see those words in a legal finding, especially since A, the mom told me I was not the father, and B, no one from the AG's office contacted me about this before the case was filed in court. Isn't there any due diligence requirement? Maybe they checked the earlobes, David. Did you ever think about that? They were like, look, the earlobes, buddy. Boom. There it is.
What about his due diligence to follow up?
Oh, my goodness. Right? With science. The papers included a summons with a court date. So I showed up in court without a lawyer, because I am a lawyer, even though I still shouldn't do that as a lawyer. The judge, who I knew from other cases, asked me, so what do you want to do about this? That seemed like a strange question, but little did I know. Arizona law actually allows people to voluntarily admit paternity even if they are not the biological parent of the child. But it's kind of like adoption. Some people just want to be a parent to a child, even if it's not your child. That's what the judge meant when he asked what I wanted to do. He was giving me the option of saying, yeah, I'll be the parent of this kid, even if I'm not actually her father. Oh, it's a girl. Well, okay, so I know here, for example, right? So if they're saying this is because of child support, right? The kid is on benefits, apparently. This is how this works there. And they want him to pay child support because they say it's his child. So like child support here, I don't know if does Arizona. Yes, Arizona does have the unwed mother law, because I've said it a billion times that Laura had no reason to go to court for her rights to the kids. She already fucking had them. But like here, child support and paternity are not the same thing, right? So like you can take somebody for child support and then they have to pay to like take the paternity test or whatever. It's not determined and it's not the same. So
it's different here. Before they'll establish child support, you have to prove you're the dad. Like they'll establish paternity first, because they're not going to make somebody pay who is not actually the father.
Not here. If your name's on the birth certificate, even if you're not the father.
But he didn't say his name is.
No, I know that. No, I know that. But it's not like they're going to like go.
No, if you
prove that.
No, but if your name is already on the birth certificate, you can request a paternity test. But you've already established that when you did the birth certificate that you're on there, like as the parent. They're not. So it's different. Like my ex-husband was already on there, but if he wasn't, then I would have to establish him as the father before I could take him to court for paternity.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's a fair point. Yeah. So is he on the birth certificate? I don't know. How's this happening? Yes, everybody be like Jupiter James.
It sounds like he's not.
Subscribe.
It sounds like he's not. That's why they're saying that they gave him the option of just saying, yeah, I'm the dad.
High on top. Right?
But he's not a reliable narrator anyway. We already established that you really can't take what Gingras says as actual truth, because he takes whatever the truth is and twist it just a little bit to fit whatever narrative he's trying to share.
He's very humble,
in my opinion.
Well, guess what? I'm a generous person, but I couldn't see taking responsibility for a child that wasn't mine. So I told the judge we should just take a test and see what happens. And the AG had no objection. So we did a test. And guess what? The earlobe thing was 100% right. I was not the dad. Oh my God. It wasn't the earlobe that was right. Okay. Shut up, David. Shut up, David. Shut up.
Okay, you got lucky with the earlobe thing.
Shut up, David.
Oh my God.
I was not the dad. At least for me, that was the end of that. So,
Okay.
yes, exactly like Clayton, maybe. He was maybe. Oh, God, David. I was wrongfully sued for paternity. But see, there was an actual child involved, though, David. Like a real one. The Attorney General's allegations against me were 100% false. I did not abandon my child. I'm not a heartless, deadbeat dad. But unlike Clayton, I didn't turn around and accuse the Arizona Attorney General's office of fraud.
David, did somebody go to the Sun and print articles? Did they do that? Like, is that a thing that happened?
Right. Also, the
I don't
state's
think
not involved here.
Your situation is not the same as
It's about the
and
same as the
you're right.
earlobes.
It's a civil case. It's not even criminal at this point, or like family court. I don't know, but it's not that. It's not the same thing at all. And it's the state that wants you to pay because they don't want to.
Right. Catherine says, when is David getting disbarred? Well, I think he has his hearing about that or whatever at the end of June. So we'll know more by then, I guess. I know it's at the end of June.
He wants so bad to be cool. I am just like you, Clayton.
Elbow feet. Elbow feet says, do you know who is heartless? The twins.
Wow,
funny.
wow.
They're imaginary twins. It's fine. Well, guess what? I didn't seek revenge. I didn't demand justice. The AG's office made a good faith mistake. They relied on the best information available, and that information turned out to be wrong. Under the law, that does not mean I was automatically entitled to sanctions, which seems to be Clayton's attitude. The law never, ever requires people to be 100% perfect when they file a case in court. Shut up. Oh my God. All that is required is a good faith basis to think your claims are probably true. If you can clear the super low hurdle, no judge will ever sanction you just because your claims later turned out to be wrong. I mean, David, harping on a test is about as reliable as your fucking earlobe nonsense, okay? It literally means nothing, is what we're saying. It means nothing. That's not a bad thing. In the old days when people had disputes, they'd challenge you to a duel with pistols on Main Street at high noon. 50 paces, turn and fire. There's actually a lot of different kind of duels. I did a Llama Learns episode about duels. If you're a Besties member or higher, you can go find that. It was an interesting day learning about that. That's how disputes were resolved. It was messy, loud, and probably not fair, but it was fast and cheap. So David is all about bringing about duels.
I'm not against it either.
Me either.
It's too expensive to go to court, but you know what? I got a gun. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Right. We learned a lot of interesting stuff about duels that it hardly ever got to this point. There's also, David would love it. All right. Because there is a lot of rules to duels, by the way. There are a lot of rules. You can't just be like, let's go do this. No.
See, now you got me singing the 10 duel commandments in my head from Hamilton. It's the 10 duel commandments.
That's true. Yes. Could you imagine a child support duel? Hi, boring tax lady. Can the rest of him go in the sand too? Asking for a friend.
We could do arm wrestling duels. we could.
Right.
I don't know. I just want to see people slap each other in the face with gloves.
We don't have to do weapons. You know, that's barbaric. We don't need to do that.
Just something. What about the pugil sticks? Where people
like American Gladiators?
Yeah.
Yes. Just American Gladiator. How about that? We should solve it on American Gladiators. Whoever comes out of that, boom, winner.
Yeah. I like it. I think we should do it. Oh, like celebrity deathmatch.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I like where we're going with this. We should be in charge, Buffy. All of us, all of JFC. Writes the rules.
Just sign up. We'll just get you in the cage. Y'all can just beat each other up with pugil sticks. We'll live stream it.
We'll live stream it. Let's see what other dumb shit David has to say, shall we? Today, we have a more civilized legal system to help people solve their disputes. We want to encourage people to come to court rather than using violence or other means to solve a dispute. Turns out we're into it, though, David. It's fine. And as part of that, we know that sometimes people will bring claims that turn out to be wrong. That's why I am so confused at the angry Justice for Clayton fans who explain most of us are primarily interested in how to make sure this does not happen to any more men. False accusations help none of us. Why are they saying this, Buffy? What are they doing, these crazy Justice for Clayton people? They're out of their minds. Just a simple mistake, guys. Yeah, okay. That's true. But in the world of false allegations, a mistaken, even groundless allegation of paternity is one of the easiest, quickest, and cheapest to disprove. It's like shooting somebody with a Nerf dart. Oh, there we go. Nerf duels. Add that to the list.
I like the fun alternatives we're creating for duels. Just Nerf guns.
I know. And they had those big ones in American Gladiators, too. You remember those?
Oh, yeah.
With the shield and shit. Oh,
we just need to bring that back.
It's back. I saw it.
No, I mean, like there should be one, like an arena. In my head, I've already built this arena where we just sign up. You have a dispute with your neighbor, you can just go.
I love it.
Fight it out.
Yeah, why not? Makes sense. It's cheaper. Talk about cheap. Let's go. Any collateral damage is virtually zero. Seriously, I know because it happened to me. Let's assume for a second that Laura was never pregnant. Or maybe she was pregnant and Clayton wasn't the father. Or maybe Clayton was the father, but Laura unknowingly had a very early miscarriage, which would explain a lot of the later events we've seen. It does not. It explains nothing, David. In any of those situations, is it really that big a deal? Oh, David, that's a bold thing to say. Because you know what? It is a big fucking deal, David. I'm sorry. Apparently the woman you were dealing with wasn't a fucking nut job like Laura is. It is a big deal. I just don't see it that way. The only person making it a big deal is you-know-who and his legal team. Cough, cough. Are you fucking kidding me, David? If Clayton wanted justice, all he had to do was exactly what I did. Just take a very simple test and let the results speak for themselves. Oh my God, David. If Laura was lying, there was never any chance that Clayton could ever fail the test. This should have taken about 5 minutes of his time, and the total legal fees would have been zero. And Laura would have lost, and Clayton.
What test is he talking about? Is he talking about a paternity test?
He is.
Didn't they try like 3 times?
Yes.
Is he even reading files? Is what I want to know.
No, he's not. Right? Should be easy for Laura to prove she was pregnant. I mean, come on.
Okay, but he's not even reading the files, or otherwise he'd know this has been attempted like 3 times.
Exactly. Whoopi says David is something of a gynecologist himself. probably. Yes, the paternity test was like $900, $750, and they did it like 3 times or whatever, 2 or 3 times.
It's
So it's
freaking
crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Hi, ladies. Hope you're doing well. All right. That's why I just don't understand this anti-Laura mob mentality. Personally, I think when this all comes out in court, people are going to realize they were completely wrong about Laura. Like, completely. Sir, she has 14 felony charges because of this.
Okay. I know. That's why it's kind of funny reading
Yikes.
this, looking back, knowing what's happening now. You know, my flash sideways is like highlight all of these things. It's like, bro.
But even if I'm wrong and Laura has lied about everything, so freaking what? I personally have a judgment that proves beyond any doubt the Arizona Attorney General brought a false paternity claim against me, which took literally 5 minutes of my time and exactly $0 to disprove. It was over so fast. All I lost was maybe 1 hour of my time.
Then talk to your client. She has the baby.
Right? I got my justice in the end, and I'm fine with how it turned out. So when I look at what Clayton is doing in this case, all I can do is shake my head and wonder what on earth this kid is thinking. David.
People. Did y'all lose your mind reading that when it first dropped, knowing that this is like the 3rd paternity test? Like, as this is happening in real time, like, I feel like I would have like been screaming.
We got comments, Buff. Let's read some comments. I'm sure they're great. The first one, Laura Owens. I don't think this is the Laura Owens. This is such a bad take. Clayton tried to get Laura to take a paternity test. She refused until a court ordered it. Then the results came back 3 times, little to no fetal DNA, because Laura was never pregnant. So Clayton couldn't just simply take a paternity test. Not to mention, Laura allegedly miscarried before she filed the suit, then continued to defame Clayton, go to the media, write articles, gave pics of a fake pregnancy bump, etc., etc. This article is ridiculous. Agreed. But what does David have to say? I'm pretty sure that is David. It is. My understanding of the facts is that you have this all wrong. But let's wait to see what comes out at trial. Okay.
Sir!
You idiots.
Court documents are public information. Does everybody have this wrong but you?
It's funny. I know. Well, as I said, it's because he is double downing on his bet because he does not want to have to say, yeah, I was conned. That's what I believe. He's in a sunk cost fallacy over here, and he is sticking with it hard. Ooh.
Okay, so what's so funny is like reading these comments right now is literally, I haven't read them before. I don't think you have either. So all the stuff that we just said up there, unprompted by the comment section, is being regurgitated, not regurgitated, but said here, and we're all like, yes, we're saying the same thing. This guy,
right?
How are you this smart and this? That's your job.
It's crazy. So fake Sarah Navarro says, which is Laura's sister, but clearly this is not from her, probably. It seems like either you haven't read up on what happened prior to you joining the case, or your client is continuing her lies. Maybe both. David said, what am I missing? Educate me. Ears are wide open because I got the detached earlobes. I don't know which kind he has. I haven't looked at his earlobes, but I'm gonna.
We should send. I'm gonna go to Twitter and ask him if he'll send me a picture of his earlobe. Do you think he will?
Yeah.
If I go if I message, tweet him and ask him to send me a.
I'll send you mine if you send me yours. You should text Mr. Buffy and just be like, hey, babe, send me a picture of that earlobe.
I just want to see his earlobe.
I would, but Elbow Feet's listening, so I can't message him.
I'm going. I do want. I just want to see if he'll send me his earlobe.
We definitely have some friends who we know aren't listening. We should get them to send them and just like not tell them why. All right, let's keep going with the comments. Eleanor says, you keep saying, let's wait to see what comes out at trial while continuing to blog and tweet about the case. I hope you see the contradiction. Agreed. You should not have done this, David. You should not have done this. David said, I'm only blogging, tweeting about selective issues. I wish I could share everything right now, but that's not appropriate. And the judge said you can't. And try to remember, there are vloggers who are literally doing videos about this case almost every day. And their coverage is insanely one-sided. So yes, as much as I prefer not to be fighting against the disinformation campaigns, I don't really have a choice. Tell Clayton's army to stop talking until the trial, and you won't hear a peep from me from then. You're not even saying anything in your shit, David, to like make anything better. Like literally, what was the whole point of all of that? Oh, okay, David. Bob says, I don't understand this post. It's like you know nothing about this case. Clayton has already taken 3 DNA tests, all of which shows he is not the father. Laura Owens just refuses to accept the results. David said, that's actually not what the DNA test shows. But if you think that, it's fine. You're right. It shows. What does it show, David? It shows little to no DNA, David. What does that mean, David? It means she was never pregnant, David. Not by him, not by any of the other guys. Like, literally none at all is what that means. Pam Cameron says, I'm a lawyer and you're an embarrassment to the profession. Pam coming in hot. I like it, Pam. I don't have time to explain why, but there is nothing analogous between your paternity story and Clayton's. Laura has told so many lies about so many men, one can't keep track. She has manipulated and victimized him relentlessly. You took 1 test and never heard from the woman again. Well, he didn't even take a test. He sent her a picture of his earlobe. So, and oh yeah, she was actually pregnant and you had intercourse. And JJ says, Laura, if you're reading this, what you are doing is emotional extortion. I'm sorry for whatever happened in your past to get you to this place. It had to have been so traumatic. It's time to right the wrongs and start healing. You deserve a full and loving life and are capable of having that. This mess can eventually become the wound that broke the toxic patterns and set you free to build a life with emotional security and self-worth. I'm sure this is all really scary. I can't imagine the pressure you feel and how much you want the world to see your worth. This is freedom and strength and truth. You are intelligent, beautiful, talented, and capable of having a life without all this chaos. Well, that's kind of nice, JJ. That's inspiring. I mean, you are much kinder than we are. That's for damn sure. David responds with, I don't think Laura reads this page on a regular basis, but I forwarded your comments to her. Oh, I bet she does read it, David. She reads everything. Ooh, here's an anonymous. Uh-oh. Is this Laura? I am probably a minority in that I'm following this case, but not necessarily part of the JFC crew. I don't think it's fair to make assumptions until now evidence is seen, though I admit all evidence out there really supports Clayton's side. I agree it's reasonable to assume she did think she was pregnant, or even early on. Heck, Clayton believed it enough to take a test. I'm sure if you really did nothing that was even at risk of getting someone pregnant, you wouldn't bat an eye. I'm sorry, I still disagree with this. All right? You could easily spit it out, go buy one of those squeezy implant things at Target and give it a whirl. People have done it. It's very possible. But here is where I think the difference is that makes everyone mad. She didn't just miscarry and then move on. She faked ultrasounds, which she admitted. And while she hasn't admitted to it, I think it's obvious that she faked an ongoing pregnancy while knowing she wasn't pregnant, showing up to court in November with the bump. Now, whether all of that stuff is related enough to get her in trouble in court, I don't know. I'm not involved in law enough, but I think that's at least the basis of everyone being so angry. Exactly, David. That's why your situation's not the same, David. In my personal opinion, I really do think she was pregnant or reasonably thought she was pregnant in the beginning. But I think she learned that she wasn't early on. And instead of admitting that she continued to fake the pregnancy, that is the part that upsets me personally, as a woman who has had struggles getting pregnant and miscarrying before. Exactly, Anonymous. You're right. Ivy says, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but surely as a lawyer with presumably above average analytical ability, can you not see that this is completely a apples to oranges comparison? What you're talking about is a standard garden variety. What you're talking about is a standard garden variety Jerry Springer paternity determination that's been done a million times. Bravo, Ivy. Bravo. Laura's entire saga is so far beyond normal. She's on another criminal planet. To name one big difference, I assume you had sex with this individual. Friendly reminder that this is how pregnancies happen. Literally everyone who's older than 9th grade knows that you can't get pregnant from being in external proximity to semen. So she could start by explaining this conundrum. I look forward to all these records that will completely blow our minds and make us take back everything. She's been promising this for months. Why would she sit on all this exculpatory evidence for months, even still now? I hope it's better than the Big 10 or the Big 102 HCG reveal. So I second everything JJ said above. Laura, get some help, girl. And lastly, Ashley. Hi, David. I'm wondering what your take is on the 500 plus emails that Laura sent to Clayton begging him to be in a relationship with her, all prior to filing the paternity case. She threatened to trash him on Reddit, magazines, social media, and involve the court system if he refused to give her a chance. Do you think that this is appropriate legal behavior? Does this not fall under blackmail, fraud, or extortion? And what about her email to Clayton's lawyers where she threatened to sue him for over $1 million? Will you be able to justify all of that in court, or do you feel none of it is relevant? Oh boy, do I bet David says something back about all this. Bet he does. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Sorry. Penny needed
that's
medicine.
okay. Oh, yes. All right. So next up is the What the Hell Vanishing Twin blog post by David. Let's see. How do I? Well, I'll just make it bigger this way. There we go. Oh, there we go. We did it. Yeah, look at us go. Oh, but that's not helpful to all of you guys. Oh, yes, it is. All right.
Yeah, I can see it.
I like to cover up my view of you in the screen so I can see chat and do this. This is hard. Doing this on one computer is very hard. Doable, but annoying. Let me go a little bit smaller there. Okay. What the hell is a vanishing twin? Oh, boy.
Oh, are you going to tell us about vanishing twins? Are you using the earlobe Scientology?
I'm sure this is going to be great, and we're not going to get pissed at all.
And very scientific.
Mm-hmm. Very, very. Oh, God, it's getting hotter. All right. What does David have to say about this? An anonymous person recently posted this comment on my blog. Many others have said similar things. Oh, I knew he was going to respond. He couldn't help himself. I think it's important enough to warrant a direct response. So this was, I think anonymous said this, right? I'm probably a minority in that I'm following this case, blah, blah, blah. We already read that, right? I don't think it's fair to make assumptions until evidence happens, but let's read the bullet part. While she hasn't admitted to it, I think it's obvious that she faked an ongoing pregnancy while knowing she wasn't pregnant, showing up to court in November with a bump. So that's what he wants to talk about. Okay, let's unpack this comment because it's something I have seen a lot of people speculating about. The theory goes like this. 1, Laura had like 5 to 6 positive pregnancy tests before she filed a paternity case against Clayton. And actually, I think it was 4 positive tests before the case was filed, and then many positive tests after, which doesn't make sense, David. So, okay, that's actually pretty strong proof she was pregnant. No, it's not, David. No, David, no. Since we can't prove she faked any of these tests, we can probably give her the benefit of the doubt and assume that she was pregnant, at least at first. And keep in mind, the paternity case was filed on August 1st, 2023. David, I think you need to keep that in mind. You need to keep that in mind.
I think he doesn't know how pregnancy works. The pregnancy test is an indicator that you're pregnant. So usually you follow up.
Because that's what happens.
For confirmation.
Because you know what a pregnancy test isn't going to do like that? Tell you you're pregnant with twins. Tell you if anything's wrong. Yeah, everybody goes to the fucking doctor, David. Why didn't your client go to the doctor, David?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But your client didn't do that. She got the positive indicator and then didn't go to verify things.
Oh gosh. Bill Marie, hi babes, says trigger warning on this blog post. He's appropriating what happened to the lady Lowe stole the fire song. Okay, so I'm gonna be pissed. Cool. Yeah.
All right, Llama rant incoming.
Llama rant incoming because this. Fucking hate this part of the story so much. It's awful. Even if Laura was pregnant on August 1st, she claims she later had a miscarriage, maybe even as late as 22 plus weeks into the pregnancy, but maybe sooner. David, people fucking know when this happens, okay? Fucking, ugh. At that late stage, if she miscarried a child or twins, because now he's like, I don't even know. Who knows? Who cares? That were between 4 to 5 months along, there must have been an obvious dead baby or babies. You can't have a dead 5-month-old fetus fall out without noticing it. That would make no sense. And
Case
TSG
closed.
notes, I agree 100%. 3, Laura has failed to offer any proof of these dead 4 to 5-month-old fetuses, and she has never explained where the dead babies went. Therefore, she must be lying. Gotcha.
Okay, get it. Tell me where I'm wrong in that. Tell me how you got me.
Hi, Jill.
I need to know.
Exactly, half-ass. You literally go into like there's just no not knowing at all, David. At all.
There's like a whole placenta.
Yeah.
2.
There's a whole fucking thing. It's a whole lot.
There's like a lot that has to be done here.
And the further along you are, the more there is. And the more likely, actually, the further along you go, the more you need to go to the fucking hospital. So, okay, David. He's going to tell us stuff, guys. Don't worry, because we're all a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, because what if there's stuff that didn't fully pass? She could die.
Exactly. That's how we all know she's a liar who lies. Okay, for all you keyboard warriors out there who read some shit on Reddit, watched a few videos on YouTube, and now you think you know everything about pregnancy, let me break some hard truth for you. Oh,
I cannot wait for you to mansplain pregnancy and delivery to a bunch of women who may have done it at least 3, 2, 1, or, had miscarriages. Seriously?
Exactly, David. You tell us, David.
Tell us how it works. Mr. I didn't even know I had a, child out there until I got served. Oh, wait, earlobes. I don't know.
Right. Let me break some hard truth for you. You're wrong. You don't know everything. And neither do I, by the way. But I'm going to tell you how wrong you are. But
we know the basics. We know enough to know. I may not know everything, but I know enough to know. The eyeballs. There are eyeballs. I'm never going to live that down.
Mm-hmm. We're all going to be ranting today. Oh my God. Please teach the class, David. This is why you hire experts. Okay. Right. Because average people may think they know it all, but the truth is, you just don't. No, seriously, stop. You don't. D_N_. I'm talking to you here. You bunch of fucking idiots. He didn't read that part, but that's exactly what he's saying. You guys, all you women that have had babies or lost babies, fuck you. You're dumb. You're stupid. No, just stop it. You're not an expert through your own lived experience. Go fuck yourself, according to Dave.
He's talking to Dave Neal explicitly.
Totally.
But I don't understand why he just puts the initials and acts like he's doing something since everybody knows.
I thought that was him trying to spell out don't.
No,
not Dave
he's
Neal.
saying, Dave Neal, I'm talking to you here.
Either way, fuck him. I don't care who he's talking to. He insulted everybody else on the internet besides Dave Neal. But also, what in the fuck? And in case you didn't catch the news, Clayton has hired 2 OBGYN experts. Oh, wow. 2 experts. He must be double winning. So much winning for big, strong Clayton.
Oh, my God.
You're so ridiculous, David. Oh, my.
How many experts did you have that will say that babies just disappear?
Now, to me, that makes it seem like he's a little jealous of Clayton because he's trying to get other OBGYNs and they're like, bruh, no.
No.
No. No. Not at all. But Clayton has not shared anything about what his experts are going to say. I bet it's the same as what the internet has been saying, that all the women in this that has shared lived experiences. I bet it's the same, isn't it? I bet so. Having litigated tons of cases with experts, I can tell you that's not normal. The rules require this disclosure, so I assume Clayton will be sharing that info soon. Again,
yes, that's how trials work. Chill out, bro.
Oh my God, he's ridiculous. But here is more news. Laura has also hired an OBGYN expert. Just one. Sorry, not doing the twin expert thing. That's a noob move. Oh my God, this guy is a fucking lawyer. That's a noob move.
I'm just reading that I really couldn't pay off more than one except in my dono, but like that's all I could find that would perjure themselves on the stand. Allegedly, in my opinion.
Right. Hi, Renbo. Thank you for joining. They say they lost at 3 months. It was painful, and there was the placenta that you have strong cramps to get through the cervix. So some man telling me with 3 births and 2 miscarriages is like, shake my head. Yes, Renbro. Agreed. You can come sit on the couch with us because it's disgusting for him to even act like he should have any fucking opinion about any of this. It's disgusting. Now, our expert is still reviewing info and asking questions, and he hasn't produced his expert report yet. Oh, so Woodnick doesn't know what your expert's going to say either, but that's okay, I guess. Whatever. Who cares? It's fine. He's not breaking any rules, though. Only Woodnick is because he's a liar. Obviously, that will be disclosed to Clayton's team as soon as we have it. Probably next week. I don't like to rush these things, but fuck the other side for not rushing and giving me all of the things.
Correct me if I'm wrong. And this is how it usually works in criminal cases.
Mm-hmm.
The person that makes the claim has to bring their experts, and then the defense, which would be Clayton, because he's responding to those claims, would have their expert review what the plaintiff's expert says, and then come back to rebut that. Typically, it's how it works.
Yes. In criminal court. I don't
Correct.
I don't know if Well, I mean, if they hire an expert, yes, that's what's going to happen. But like, does the plaintiff have to have an expert? I don't know. Like, if they don't,
I would think so. You're making the claim.
Yeah.
I would feel like if you want to win your claim in a civil matter, you have to provide experts that says this is what happened to you. The defense really doesn't have to defend anything, but he's got two experts. They would read that report and say, yeah, that can't happen. And that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So it would be his expert that has to disclose first. So their experts can review it and say why it's wrong. And then that expert would rebut that.
Right.
Like, that's how it usually goes. So it's really, you go first, Gingras. Not the other way around. He keeps putting the onus on him. I don't understand why it's on him. Laura's the one that makes the claim.
I know. I agree. Well, civil trial, both have to, basically. Calamity Jane, all the hugs to you. You are in good company here, and thoughts are with you.
It's the plaintiff's job to prove that it's more likely true than not. So it would be on them to provide an expert saying it's more likely true than not. So he would have to, or she would have to provide an expert that says it's more likely true than not.
Right. But in civil, like, you're not protected
that
as
is
a defendant. No, I know.
No, I'm not even talking about that, but they would have to, it's still on the onus to prove their case. Otherwise, why are they there?
Correct. Yes, it is. But, they're going to call the other side as a witness no matter what. So they need their experts as well. And a civil case is weird and stupid. I don't like it. I'll be honest. I don't like it at all. No offense to anybody that is a civil attorney. Good for you. I mean, I don't know how you deal with all of this all the time. This is very annoying. It's very annoying. I don't like it. Okay, so David goes on to say, so while I can't tell you exactly what Laura's expert has concluded, I can share with you some information. Okay. It is absolutely possible that Laura could have been pregnant with twins, had an early miscarriage of one, continued to gain weight, and then ended the pregnancy with an SAB, the medical term for a miscarriage, all without ever passing a stillborn fetus. Are you fucking kidding me? First of all, then where's her medical paper that says SAB? Because I got one, David. I have my report that says patient is an SAB. Where's Laura's that says that? Because it's going to say that on the record.
But she would still have a fetus that she has to pass because that baby... So the vanishing twin disappeared early in pregnancy, which leaves one that carried over until week or month 5 is what I'm understanding he's trying to say. So you still have a baby that's missing, even if it's just one.
Catherine, maybe he's in love with Clayton too. I think so. No, yeah, I mean, some things can happen, sure, but not in this scenario, David. It's not possible, David. Sure. But here's the thing, right? Is how did she ever know she was pregnant with twins in the first place? To even know. Now, I've never had twins. Maybe somebody in the chat has. That, it is common that you can lose one twin along the way. So let's just say hypothetically, David is onto something here. And she miscarried the one twin without even knowing. All right. And then she finally went and got an ultrasound. Would they have even known that there was another twin?
Okay, so when I was pregnant with Owen and I had my very first ultrasound, I had two. I had 2 sacs.
So there'd be the sac.
I had 2 sacs. One had a pulse, like a fetal pulse, because it was early, and one did not.
Okay.
And the doctor said that one, he didn't see a fetal pulse in it. So you might have twins and that one might be too early to show up. Or it's just empty and it will eventually absorb.
Right.
I don't know how it works later on, but then when we went back for the next ultrasound, that one was gone. So.
And you were very early when you went to that.
I was very
4 or
early,
5 weeks or something like that.
Yeah. It was like right after I had found out. But so like I assumed that either, whatever was there just didn't wasn't there, or it was tried to be there. I don't know. But when we went back, it was not there. So it absorbed. So I don't know how late in the pregnancy that can happen, but that's what my doctor said. Either it was too early or it's just going to absorb back.
Which is very normal for that to happen. But here's the thing, David. The longer she had the other baby, the more she's going to know. Because if you lose one twin in that instance, right, early, as David's claiming, okay, did you bleed at all? I mean, is it really even a miscarriage at that point? I wouldn't think so, right?
I didn't.
Just absorbed.
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't lose any blood.
I don't see why there would be.
It just wasn't there next time.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that it would just absorb back in. So
interesting.
I don't know how that works. I just went, oh, okay.
Well, I just know that there's no way that she lost this baby babies after the month of August and didn't have any idea. I know that from my own experience. So there's no fucking way she didn't know. And he's like, all without ever passing a stillborn fetus. Shut up. No, you're wrong. All right, let's get back to this. But don't take Dr. Gingris's word on this. Oh, well. This is a real medical thing that happens. It even has a pretty intriguing name, vanishing twin syndrome. Okay. Vanishing twin syndrome, as the name depicts, is a condition in which one of a set of twins or multiple embryos dies in utero, disappears, or gets reabsorbed partially or entirely, with an outcome of a spontaneous reduction of a multi-fetus pregnancy to a singleton pregnancy, portraying the image of a vanishing twin. In simple words, the number of embryos conceived as observed via ultrasonographic examination in early pregnancy differs from the number of fetuses delivered. This phenomenon occurs in multi-fetus pregnancies, commonly during the first trimester. If only she had a real ultrasound in these early months. Twin loss can happen in the form of miscarriage, of which the mother is aware, or in the form of vaginal bleeding or spotting in the first trimester without any knowledge of the mother. As vaginal bleeding is instead a frequent OB complication during the first trimester of pregnancy, so that the twin loss may go unnoticed. This phenomenon can range from the disappearance of an early empty gestational sac to a sac that had developed a fetal pole to a fetus with documented heart activity. So, okay. Now, without getting too graphic, and to be honest, this is something I hadn't even considered, it is medically possible for a woman to become pregnant with twins, have two babies develop inside her womb, and then something goes wrong and one baby stops developing and dies, but the fetus is not discharged from the woman's body. The fetus uterus is simply reabsorbed into the body. The uterus is absorbed back in, guys. That's what happens, apparently. Be honest. The whole uterus just goes back in there. Like, oh,
I mean, I kept my uterus. It didn't absorb. But you know,
right.
I just
hey, lady. Dan Montana says Laura's so vile and repugnant. Her attorney is no better. Yeah, like come the fuck on, David. Be honest. Did you know such a thing was possible? Until a few days ago, I had no clue this was possible. And to be honest with you, I kind of understood why people like Clayton's lawyer were jumping up and down saying, where's the baby? Where's the baby? In the absence of any other medical explanation for people who are not doctors, this made a lot of sense.
But here's the thing. If she was, okay, if she found out she was having twins and that's what the ultrasound showed, she would continue having ultrasounds because twin pregnancies are harder on the mother. There's so much more, like they're competing for, like, you know, we're not supposed to have multiples. We're not really built.
Mm-hmm.
But it does happen, right? So
Yeah.
like you have to make sure they're growing the right way. There's good things are happening. So you would have those ultrasounds so she would know at what point in the pregnancy the twin vanished.
Exactly. There would be no way she wouldn't have known any of it because no doctor is going to risk their license, unlike David, who risked his. No doctor is going to risk their license, okay, to just fuck off and not say anything about someone that they believe is having a miscarriage or thinks that they are. Like, no one is going to do that, David.
You would at least, you might not know the exact date it vanished, but you'll know by the next appointment that it happened somewhere between that appointment and that appointment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you're going to know that baby vanished. And even if it's early, like I feel like later on you might know, like you might bleed a little. I don't know. I don't experience it, but like that doesn't, the gymnastics,
it's crazy, right? Even if you don't have insurance, Callie's right. Like there's free services for pregnant. They don't fuck around. All right. That's why every woman, David, is saying this isn't normal. This isn't right. This isn't how things done. This isn't how somebody who is a high risk pregnancy with twins would ever behave. No one's doing that. And that's where the problem is, David, is that you have, what? How many billion women who are women who just, whether they've had it or not, they kind of know how things work, David.
I'm just blown away.
Crazy. I've seen suggestions that Laura must be lying about miscarrying so late in her term, because if that happened, she would have been legally required to file a death certificate for the babies. Again, sounds like a cool theory, but is it solid? No, it's not. Everything changes when you understand it is entirely possible Laura was pregnant with twins, had a partial early SAB, miscarriage of one baby, remained pregnant with the other, and then had a second SAB followed by reabsorption rather than stillbirth. No, David. Is that even possible at a certain point? No way. I don't believe it for 1 second. No fucking way.
And had a second. I'm not that late.
I don't think so. No way. By legal definition, Laura would not be required to file a death certificate in that case because no child was ever stillborn after 20 weeks.
Your baby is not being reabsorbed that late.
There's no way. A 20-week-old baby? No way, David. No way, David. It's just not how women's bodies work, David. Mansplaining everything to us. See this code. Defining fetal death to mean the cessation of life before the complete expulsion or extraction of an unborn child from the mother's womb. He goes on to say a dead fetus that is reabsorbed into the mom's body doesn't count as a fetal death because the unborn child never left the mom's body. Yes, this is all seriously kind of creepy, but just stay with me. Creepy, and
it's not even scientifically possible.
Calamity, I'm going to go mom for a bit. Don't worry. We'll be back here still ranting, Calamity. It doesn't even work that way, David.
I can't. Like, this is so ridiculous.
In this case, and David, you seem like a guy who very much is into Occam's razor, right? Where the simplest answer is the most likely. We've given you all the simplest answers. And you're like, nope, I don't like any of them. I'm going to go out on this fucking magical thinking journey and try one of that. Instead of, I don't know, one that's actually like in fact in the real world. That millions of women have gone through, done in some way, shape, or fucking form, David.
Is this blog still up? Like,
I think so. I saved it as a PDF.
well, I was just wondering if like it's like still up to this day, because you really should delete this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You sound like a hey, sound like an idiot.
Oh, there we go. Catherine says the baby would be the size of a banana by then.
So it's not getting reabsorbed.
No.
Like,
can you absorb a banana, David? Can you? I mean, the female body is marvelous and majestic. It is what we're able to do.
It is amazing what a female body can do, but it's not gonna, I'm like, it reabsorbs, it can reabsorb. Obviously, a vanishing twin, they reabsorb all the time. But like, it's not gonna absorb a banana. But because at that stage, they're like this big. They're like this big.
Yeah.
They're little.
I know. If only there was like a medical appointment or, something. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Oh my God, David. All right. In this case, and yes, you will still need to wait for trial to get the full final story. It is medically possible that Laura experienced vanishing twin syndrome or something similar. That would explain literally every detail of what happened to her. Does it though, David? It doesn't. It doesn't, David. It would explain the positive pregnancy test at the start. There's other things it could be. It would explain the partial early SAB, followed by more positive tests, concluding with the very low HCG test, which confirmed the non-viability of the second fetus, followed by complete reabsorption rather than stillbirth, but not at the time, David. Not at the time. This explains.
HCG levels don't explain don't show twin pregnancies. Usually you have a really high HCG when you have double a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Jill says, Dr. Google says fetal absorption can only happen up to 12 weeks. So, okay, I could go with him on the first one, but no way did she absorb a massive ass banana baby. I included the banana, Jill, given the size of her belly. Yeah, there's just no way. And I bet as the weeks go, I bet that the odds of it reabsorbing are lower and lower. Like that it could happen, but it's probably harder and harder for the body to do. I don't know that to be true, but we're all making up shit that we've read on Google today. So who cares? It can be true. Why not? You'll see at the trial, guys.
Earlobes and banana babies.
That's our theme for today. Maybe we'll change the title to Earlobes and Banana Baby Science. Oh my God.
I might just do that because I've lost the plot at this point.
Right. It would explain the positive pregnancy tests at the start. Oh, wait, I already read that. Sorry. My brain hurt. So this explains her weight gain. Explains the not fake moon bump. Oh, David. Explains the numerous positive pregnancy tests followed by positive but unrealistically low HCG results, explains the lack of a fetal death certificate, explains literally every single detail, all of it, start to finish. Call the judge right now. Case over. Shut up, David. It does not. It does not. As he says, but hey, screw the facts. What fun is the truth when a lie sells so much better? Sir! Sir. Breadsticks aren't free and people want more drama, more scandals, more lies, rather than nasty, depressing stories about dead babies reabsorbing into the mom. Ew. So we keep selling lies. It's better that way. Go fuck yourself, David. How dare you? How fucking dare you? You're right. We're all lying. All of us women, we're fucking lying because we're stupid. He's never even been into a gynecologist's room. You've never even been there, David.
You don't even have a vagina, David.
Yeah,
allegedly.
David. Unless your body absorbed your uterus. since we're just spouting lies in the land of make-believe, I heard David's body absorbed his uterus.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's what Dr. Google told me. And it's fine. It's fine. It all makes sense, doesn't it? It makes every single thing make sense. See how anybody can say stuff and it doesn't make any sense? See that? Oh, God, this fucking guy. So I agree. Screw the truth. See, he says it's fine. It's fine. Screw it. Just keep blogging about what a liar Laura is, what a saint Clayton is, and what an immoral scumbag attorney I am for standing by Laura's side. Well, I mean, you said it. You said it, David. Keep doing that, folks. No chance Laura will sue any of you into homeless oblivion when it's all done. The irony. Oh, David, the foreshadowing. You mean her parents' house that she lives in, the casita that's going into foreclosure at the end of the month?
I forgot about that. So, like, because I haven't really touched on that. So it's so funny. Like, all of these blogs are just like karma came back, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck this guy, Joe. I hate this guy. I hate him so much. Fuck this guy. How dare he? He has a parrotfish. We're gonna call him a parrotfish.
What's a parrotfish?
It's a type of fish. I don't know. But I think it is one of those that can switch genders depending on, you know, population sizes is usually when that happens. I don't know much about the parrotfish. But they eat coral. Okay. All right, let's see what other dumb shit he has to say. No chance Laura will sue any of you into homeless oblivion when it's all done, because we know you all try darn hard to be honest and fair. Just not sure a jury will see it that way. Well, we'll see what a jury thinks here sometime soon, probably. Enough unpaid commentary for now. Just remember what our friend Mark Twain said. It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure. It just ain't so. Oh, David. Okay. Let's see the comments on this one. Oh, there's a lot of comments. What time is it? How many more things do I have to read? 2. How long is that? Was 5. Okay, they're pretty short, so that's okay. We can read a couple of these. Grant says, you have found one convenient way to explain everything, but everything can be explained with multiple reasonings. That's right, David. This is why you would bring in 2 experts. You mentioned hiring 1 expert, but please share the number of experts that you consulted. You complain about people calling your client a liar, but you know she lied about at least one thing, ultrasound. So yes, calling her a liar is in fact a correct statement. You didn't have this cure. Oh, sorry, that's going to be really loud too. You didn't have this cure-all answer until this a few days ago. But last week we're saying you knew the truth and it'd change everything. Shockingly, seems like you went shopping for answers, and they weren't good ones. Oh, look, this is JFC, our supreme leader. Okay. Your expert is going to rise to fame explaining this one. I need to go search through some medical journals to learn more about fetal resorption at 4.5 months after passing 2 sacs months prior. Totally explains little to no fetal DNA, and then HCG of 104. It was 102.
Oh, I forgot about that. Remember, there was pictures of sacs. It's like there's so much crap that keeps getting spit out. I keep forgetting because he keeps deflecting.
Yeah.
Or like, look over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Totally explain. Oh, I'm sorry. I can see why her belly looked like it was going to pop in November. Her body was bloated from absorbing A fetus. It's the size of a banana, you guys. 1 banana for scale, right? Which is perfect for all these Redditors he doesn't like. They do everything by banana for scale. This answers everything. I'm never listening to the internet again. Lynn says, so which doctor told her she was having twins to begin with? I suppose those records will be submitted by the deadline tomorrow. Exactly. Exactly, David. One just doesn't know that they're having twins without seeing twins. Like, I don't know if you know this, David, but that's not how that works. Let's see what he has to say. David. The twin thing came from Planned Parenthood ultrasound. Yes, Clayton disputes this is real, but Laura has testified under oath it's real. Oh, it's real, but it's not hers, David. Verification of that remains pending. But just because Clayton says something isn't true does not mean he is right. Well, David, just because you say something isn't true doesn't mean you're right.
And just because your client says something is true doesn't mean she's telling the truth, even if it's under oath.
Right.
Because people lie under oath all the time.
This guy's credibility is in question, as is Laura's, which is why we have the courts to sort through all this BS. And boy, do they, David. Boy, do they. David likes bananas. Maybe he'll ask us. Oh, if David's been trying to absorb a banana, why do you think he wants a lunch date? Oh, that's funny. I was going to say, if he ever wants to come, I'll be like, I'll bring the bananas. Anyway, Grant comes back and says the ultrasound she admitted to doctoring. And David says, she says the ultrasound was legit. She only edited the name at the top to hide what she had done. Smart? No. Fraud? No. Right. Okay, David. Grant Chester says, how would editing only part not void an entire document illegally? Oh, Ivy's coming back.
He didn't respond to that one.
He did not. No.
I wonder why.
Ivy comes back and says, if there is an ultrasound from Planned Parenthood, why has this been so hard to produce over the last 10 months? Why are you still waiting on this? Like, this is so goofy. Produce one legitimate piece of evidence and we'll all shut up and go home. If Laura is so anguished that she's being unfairly persecuted, you would think she'd be eager to do this. I would. If she's concerned about privacy, this would be way less invasive than all the other nonsense she's already volunteered. Fake pics and videos, thousands of words worth of Medium articles and Reddit fights, all her text in a zillion court filings. My kids are school aged and I could still find a hard or digital copy of their ultrasounds in about 1 minute. Geez. I still have one in my fridge, even though that fetus can now read and write. I mean this respectfully. Does this not sound suspicious to you? Are you not concerned she may be evading the truth or being dishonest with you? David, you're taking Clayton's bait. From what I can tell, Clayton is using proxies, David Neal, to spread false information about what happened, and no one seems to be questioning that narrative. Right. The ultrasound from Planned Parenthood has been produced. It was never hidden. The problem is, as everyone knows, Laura edited the top of the thing to change the name from Planned Parenthood to something else. That was seriously dumb, but it doesn't prove she's lying. It just raises questions that need to be checked. That's it, guys. Just raises questions. It doesn't mean she's lying. And since you asked nicely, I will answer nicely back. Does this sound suspicious? Absolutely yes. Only an idiot would say it's not suspicious. But here is what you don't seem to understand. I've Been in this business for 20 plus years, and this sort of thing is not uncommon. I have worked on many cases where people fudged a document, backdated something, changed a signature slightly, sometimes for innocent reasons and sometimes for malicious reasons. Okay. This one single thing is part of a larger story. And if you want to think the edited Planned Parenthood ultrasound is a deal breaker, you can think that. But how do you explain the 6+ positive pregnancy test? How do you explain the large bump in her tummy? How do you explain her gaining so much weight? She gained somewhere between 20 to 40 pounds during the time she claimed to be pregnant. How do you explain multiple medical providers performing their own test on her and all saying the same thing? Yes, you are pregnant. There's a lot of pieces in this puzzle. It's a mistake to focus on just one.
Well, David, I'm going to shock the shit out of you. I can gain 40 pounds in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I still have on the weight. Okay, David. I still have on the weight, and I wasn't even pregnant for that long. And I
can gain 40 pounds and not be pregnant.
Yeah, that's true.
I just like
that
food.
Is true. That's true. Okay. Yeah, where's the blood work, David? You know what? Nord, come on. Stop with your silly questions. All right. Stop focusing on the one little thing. Come on. Anyone else gain 20+ pounds from junk food, right? Right? Oh, God, he's so dumb.
I like pretzels way too much.
Beth says, yeah, but Laura also testified under oath that she altered the same ultrasound in Adobe Acrobat. I think sharing some portions of the depot are in order if your client is amenable to it. The opinions of this case were formed from reading the available transcripts and exhibits. We don't want to read long personal stories or theories about what may have happened. Give evidence and we will read it. I don't think it's likely, but it's the only hope to turn at least some of the public opinion in your favor. Trivy says, you in emails to Woodnick said you had the photo that Laura sent to her sister and the text between her and her sister, and the date was July 23rd. And then Laura in her depo said she sent photo to her sister and the telehealth person. So did they vanish without her knowing? Or, oh, excellent fucking point. Who is this Trivy? Forgot all about this. Excellent point. Or, where was I? So did they vanish without her knowing? Or did Laura lie in her depo? And did you lie in your emails to Greg when you said you had the photos? As for the two experts, they are waiting on Laura's disclosure of medical records to give their opinion on. Also, Planned Parenthood don't give anonymous ultrasounds, so at least they will have a medical record for Laura. Cough, cough. That's a pretty good point. That's a very good point. David did talk about how I have them. I have pictures. There are these two bloody hand-sized stacks. We haven't seen them yet, but I know that they're coming. Somebody did let me know that, which was very nice of them to share. But then here in this article, he's like, nope, her body absorbed them all. So, okay. Houdini babies. Buffy, Callie Lisa wants to know if you like Dots pretzels.
I do like them, the seasoned ones.
Oh, I see. You just responded to that.
Yeah.
I've never had them before.
They're so good. Oh. Actually, I love all pretzels. I like the pretzel chips, the big bag. They have the Parmesan.
Oh, yes. You
garlic Parmesan. They're so good. And then the regular blue bag. Like, they're so good. They're just so good. Now you're going to make me want to go buy pretzels.
Way to go, guys.
I'm trying to lose weight.
All right.
Let's
see what dumb shit David has to say next in response to this. Holy crap, you drank the Kool-Aid. Look, Woodnick has the photos. He handed them, he's had them for some time now. To my knowledge, Woodnick's experts are not waiting for anything further. If they are, Woodnick has said nothing to me about this. My expert has reviewed hundreds of pages of Laura's records. His report has not been completed, so I'm not in a position to put words in his mouth, but I'm pretty confident his testimony will totally exonerate Laura. You can doubt that all you want, but wait until all the facts are out. But sir, you kind of just ignored the fact that, is she lying about having the fetus babies in her hand? Or do they get absorbed in her body? Which is it, David? What time? Oh my gosh. Your expert's testimony means nothing if you find that one of 10 doctors who has the differing opinion. Jane Doe says, why is it abnormal that Clayton's team haven't disclosed their expert testimony, but not abnormal that you haven't disclosed your expert testimony? It's good questions. Good questions, Jane Doe. Beth, I'd like an answer to this too, please. Becky, I believe the defendant is required. Defendant, my apologies, Becky. I'll correct that typo for you. I believe the defendant is required to submit that info first to allow petitioner time to review and choose appropriate experts for themselves. I've always thought that was a weird rule. What are you talking about, Becky? Oh, look, she corrected herself there. Janeth Doeth says, please don't pull a muscle with how much stretching you're doing. Either you've wasted all your time as her attorney tweeting and blogging, or this is ridiculous to argue, and you're too stubborn to admit you picked a client who doesn't deserve to win this case. I mean, that's my vote. That's exactly. Yes, I do see you. Lainey. I see you. You're not invisible, I promise. Oh, you said osmosis, Owens. See, yeah, no, you are showing up. Though I will say, YouTube has been very YouTubey this week. So just to let you know, it's kind of been great. So, let's see where. Oh, we're to David's response. In this posture, we're basically offering rebuttal testimony, 100% normal for the party taking a position to disclose their experts first, and the opposing party will then disclose their rebuttal expert later. Despite this, we're still preparing to give the court our experts' info ASAP, regardless of what Clayton does. Yes, I agree. It's weird. Not my fault. JDC. What does the D stand for? Still doesn't explain how the fuck she got pregnant without having sex, nor will it ever. Jane's own words to Clayton, I haven't had sex in more than a year. LFG says, yup, Ivy. DG, my dude. In the words of Taylor Swift, you need to just stop, okay? T Swift has entered the chat now today. Your efforts to understand pregnancy are like, bless your heart, adorable right now. I have been through several of them and have been there alongside about 1 million more of my friends and relatives, and we've seen it all. Yes, vanishing twins are a known thing, but thanks for mansplaining. A body can absolutely absorb a first trimester embryo. A body would never, and I mean never, absorb a fetus the size of what was in her fake belly from the court appearance. That would be a living baby or a miscarriage stillbirth that would require significant medical attention. You seem very giddy to have finally found the perfect explanation, so I'm sorry to break the news to you. That's true. That is true. Oh, geez. Sorry, I'm setting my arms like super itchy. Okay, David, can't we all just agree to chill out and listen to Dead Poets or whatever it's called when she releases this tonight? Sorry, tortured poets. David. She raised good points and you didn't want to talk about it. So HCG horse farms. The names, you guys. I love the names. Pissing hot for HCG because she snarfs horse pills or whatever other medication she takes that affects her to produce a low amount of HCG does not mean she was ever pregnant. May the DEA address this in criminal court like Trevor's fraudulent accuser. Who's Trevor? No one believes she was pregnant, including her, hence the moon bump and fake ultrasounds. It's part of her scam she has done to many men. Petitioner is not special. No need to come into this case and mansplain pregnancy. You're only affecting your legal reputation. This case will blow over, but your reputation in the field will remain. Poetic, indeed. Same thing will happen for you. She'll run out of money, and I think there's not much left in the home equity she allegedly is using to finance these how to not get a boyfriend court cases. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Mel says there's 4 guys, one common denominator, your client. You're asking all of us to believe that Laura had similar situations with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 guys. Your client is a liar. Keep your word and quit. Do you know David says, do you know the full story of those other 4 guys? I do, at least from Laura's side. Oh my God, David, shut up. And looking at what the records show, maybe there is more to the story than what I've seen, but based on what I've seen, the narrative you've been sold is 100% lie. But don't take my word for it. Let's wait and see what happens in court. Buffy, I cannot fucking wait for us to get to this trial. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh my God. See what this fuckface has to say. Can you?
Oh no. I can't wait to see how this plays. I'm very interested in how this comes out in court. I'm interested in how everything comes out in the criminal court. Just want to see it all play out.
Grant says, is it not odd how similar the 4 stories are? And David said, not even slightly. If you think they are odd, you need to hear Laura's side of the story. That's going to be covered at trial. Okay.
This from the same guy who thinks his story is similar to Clayton's.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've heard a lot of what Laura has had to say in her filings. It doesn't make any sense, David, but sure. I want to hear it. Why not? Grant says, are they similar or not? Anonymous says, thank you for replying to my original comment. I actually am familiar with vanishing twin syndrome, though never thought about it in this scenario. Definitely interested to see how the evidence points in this direction, if that's the case. Upon first read, I was really buying it, and I'm not discounting it, as I mentioned, unfair to say before knowing the evidence. But I'll admit, what makes me have questions is the storyline of these other 3 or 4 guys. I gotta say, even knowing that the public probably doesn't have the whole story, it's just so odd for someone to have 4 allegations that are so similar. That's a big red flag. My law question would be, if these guys happen to all be witnesses and testify under oath that Laura faked pregnancies with them, etc., does that info get taken as fact over the actual ruling since they're under oath? Oh, he is going to answer this question. Oh, there's more. And okay, there's no way we can't read all these. I'll read the next Jane Gross one, and then we're going to have to move on because I got to be done at 2. Otherwise, my laptop's going to die. So, and to the public, I would just say, be sensitive with your words and careful with allegations. I totally understand the anger, especially in the situation of there being potentially multiple victims. As a mental health worker, there are a lot of signs pointing to a history of some abuse. Being a victim does not give you a right to make others victims, but that also doesn't take away your victim's story. What story? We don't know who could have abused her in the past or how. It could have been one of her victims. It's possible for her to have the wrong person who wronged her. So just be sensitive and focus on the person who you are currently defending. some people are so much nicer. So much nicer. I mean, I think that that's another thing that she likes to throw out there constantly. Okay, so let's move on to the next one because we got another blog post. So don't worry if you thought, oh, we're over that. We're not. No, we're not. We are on to Let's Talk About Lies Part 1. So this was also on April 19th. Wait, was the last one the 19th or the 16th? Oh, the 18th. So this is the day after, guys. Titled, Let's Talk About Lies, Part 1. Happy Friday to all. If you're reading this page, you know the Justice for Clayton crew and their narrative. It goes like this. Laura must be lying about Clayton because of the following points. 1, Clayton says they never had sex. Laura says they did. Well, case over. We're done. We're done here. That's all we need to know. All we need to hear from Laura. Okay. Oh, thank you, Half-Ass Fashion. Thank you. Says Llama has done such a good job reading for David. I would have thrown up. Props to Llama. Also, you look beautiful, Llama and Buffy. No notes. Thanks, babes. Thank you. 2, Clayton says Laura has no medical records to back up her story. That one is a confirmed 100% lie. There are tons of medical records to document Laura's story. They're all p-tests, but they're there. But that's a post for another day. Oh, David, it's always for another day. 3, Clayton says Laura has done this to other men. This will be the subject of a future post coming very shortly. Oh. Clayton says Laura faked a sonogram in this case and also in the past. Again, we'll be talking about the real facts soon. 5, Laura wore a fake moon bump in court. 6, Laura had a blood test on October 16th that showed HCG levels of 102, whereas a normal pregnancy at that same time, the levels should have been between the range of 1,400 to 53,000 or even higher if twins. And 7, Laura claimed to have a miscarriage, but never produced any proof, such as a fetal death certificate. Okay, Buff, do you feel like reading this one? Because my throat is scratchy. And I've read a lot.
Now,
I'm just prepping for when it is just, just me over here. But whew.
Now I know what the JFC haters will say. Jinkers, you big ugly idiot. You said you weren't going to try this case in public. You are now contradicting yourself with all of these posts. This shows you're a big fat liar. Insert crying emoji.
Wait, so they call them ugly, just like everybody called Laura ugly, like Clayton called Laura ugly. Did anyone fucking call you ugly? Really?
No, I think he's just being like
Mm-hmm.
extra. You big ugly idiot. Yeah, they probably would say that because, well, I'm just saying.
It is the internet.
Also, facts. Opinion. Look, I do not want to talk about this case.
Oh,
but here I am, okay?
Here I am doing it, even though I shouldn't.
And no, I'm not. I am making no money from any social media or blog posts. Unlike the JFC crowd, I don't make money from Google AdSense. They do, which is why the word vomit keeps flowing from their side.
Right.
I am literally not charging Laura even $1 for this PR effort. This is PR.
I guess. Yikes. I wouldn't charge it either because it's bad PR, David. Don't become a PR person. You're not good at it. At all.
And trust me, at some future point, Laura is going to seek to recover all of her legal fees from Clayton and others. And when that happens, Laura will have to disclose all her legal bills, including mine. When that day comes, I'll bet you $1 billion.
That's million.
You won't see us.
It's $1 million.
It's $1 billion.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just making that up. You
Wait,
won't see a
inflation
single charge for.
from the time you wrote
Well,
this.
I don't really. Well, I don't know how many zeros that is. You know why? Because I've never seen that many zeros in my life. So anything more than 3 is a billion. Okay.
Oh.
So I don't have pony money.
We don't have money, pony money. Thank you, I am Princess, and thank you for being here. Jill, I was a PR person. He's shit at it. Yeah, he is. Well, thank you, Winks, for gifting 20 memberships. Congrats to everybody. Thank you for your support, Winks. We have a whole bunch of membership only stuff, including that documentary we watched last night and talked about it. So go watch it afterwards. Thank you so much, Winks.
Right?
You're the best.
Oh. Okay. I don't even know where I'm just so.
You're down here. You're betting a bunch of money.
I know. I was just looking at all the people turning green in the chat. Sorry.
Oh, I don't have that one up.
No, I have it up on a side screen. Okay. So while I wish this wasn't the case, Clayton's army can't stop talking about Laura. Again, they are doing it for a reason, to make money from views and clicks. And based on what I've seen, they're spreading lie after lie after lie. In that situation, it would be malpractice for me to sit back and ignore those lies. That's why I feel compelled to say something in response. That's why I'm here. Rather than pushing back with every detail of Laura's side story, I'm going to take a measured approach. Let's not try to debunk every detail of Clayton's narrative in a single shot. Let's just take this one step at a time. For today's lesson, I'm going to start with one of the easiest and most offensive lies, the moon bump thing. This has been mentioned a lot, but the first time I saw it was in a pleading filed by Clayton's lawyer, Greg Woodnick, on March 11, 2024. This was Clayton's motion to compel. On October 20, you've seen it, but let's refresh it says you've seen it, but let's refresh what Greg told the court. On October 24th, 2023, petitioner appeared on video in a courtroom proceeding before Judge G wearing what appeared to be a fake pregnant stomach, moon belly. When I first heard this claim, I have to be honest, it really, really worried me. That is some crazy shit to say about someone.
It is.
This lady, who I'm supposed to be defending, showed up in court wearing a fake pregnant stomach. The conclusion is obvious. If Laura actually did that, she must be a stark, raving lunatic. Totally insane.
His words.
Just saying. That's why I said, is somebody highlighting this, saving it? Totally insane. And that's exactly the purpose of this lie, to make you think Laura is crazy, because you need to believe Laura is crazy if you want Clayton to get justice. So is she crazy? Well, that's the ultimate question you will have to decide for yourself once you hear all the facts and all the evidence. But let's just talk about the moon bump. We've been waiting for you to get there for at least 2 paragraphs, bro.
I'm surprised he hasn't been like, so this one time I can relate to all of this with a story that is not relevant, but
so annoying.
Make it.
All right. Where am I at?
Oh.
Okay, but let's just talk about the moon bump, since that seems to be one of JFC's critical pieces of evidence. After all, a licensed attorney, Greg Woodnick, made a written representation to the court that this did happen. And there are rules that says a lawyer is not allowed to lie to a court. And if you say something to a judge, there's a separate rule 26, write that down on the paper.
Drink.
That says you are making a certification to the court that you conducted a reasonable investigation into the facts before you made. Whoa.
Oops, sorry. I gotta go run and get
made this statement, and you are further certifying that your investigation produced evidence to support what you said.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this because I got to go run and get my charger cord because the battery's going quicker than I thought all of a sudden. So there you go. You should be good.
Okay. Okay. So did Greg Wotnick tell the truth about the moon bump, or did he make it up to support his client's narrative? I have no direct proof as to what Greg knew or didn't know at the time. And I don't know what the investigation he performed to support this claim. This is a question he will need to answer later. But let me explain the facts as I understand them. First, here's a detailed affidavit from Laura, swearing under the penalty of perjury that she did not wear a moon bump or any other form of prosthetic at the court hearing on October 24th, 2023. If you hate Laura and think she's a bad person, she just doubled down on this by putting her denial in writing under oath. If you can prove she's lying, she risks 5 years in prison. Man. I'm telling you, somebody needs to go back into these blogs and highlight all of this. Because the way it's like predicting the future is wild. Second, if you don't want to bother reading her affidavit, I'll give you the highlights. Laura is 5'5" tall, and she currently weighs 91 pounds. I don't know about you, but to me, that is pretty freaking skinny. For comparison's sake, take a look at this photo. Not exactly a heavy-set person, would you agree? I can't move her stuff down, so I can't see the photo. So I gotta wait for her to come back. It is crazy how much foreshadowing is like in all of these blogs, and I hope there is somebody actually like literally highlighting it, because that's what that's what I should be doing, and just making a list of all the things that seems to be like being pointed out in his own blogs. It's almost like he knew. It's weird. It's crazy. Okay, well, maybe I should just keep going on the separate one because I don't know if she's coming back to scroll up. Okay. Let me pull it up. Sorry about that, guys. I am not prepared either. Okay. So Laura is SKINNY, like rail skinny. On October 24th, 2023, the infamous moon bump court hearing, she appeared to be much, much heavier. She was so much bigger, it was shocking. That's what caused some people to claim she's got to be wearing a fake belly. But is that true? Just so you know, we're past that. I don't know if you can hear me.
What?
I said we're past that.
Oh, are we? Oh,
yeah.
Horse picture of Laura. Oh, there we are. Okay.
Yeah. Rather than speculating, let's pause, take a breath, and look at the facts. On November 14th, 2023, just 3 weeks after the moon bump hearing, Laura went to the OBGYN. Do we get a gym when we're pregnant?
A gem.
An OBGYN facility.
He is an expert.
We get to work at our we get to work at our uteruses.
The M stands for mansplaining.
Oh my God. Okay, so Laura went to an OB gym facility called Mom Doc. No, she didn't. Mom Doc. Isn't that just the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she didn't go anywhere. She logged on. If you have ever been to the doctor's office, you know how this works. When it's your turn, the nurse will call you back, and the first thing that happens is you jump on the scale so they can take down your weight. So Mom Doc is not an internet doctor. It's a place. I'm very confused because I always thought it was the internet. I thought it was also considered the source.
Right.
I think he's just trying to confuse us.
He would never. He is the most honest lawyer ever to exist.
Right. He's always so honest. Why should I doubt that he's being truthful? Okay. You jump on a scale so they could take down your weight. Guess what Laura's weight was on November 14th? It's right there in the records, which Clayton's lawyer has, so you can read the number for yourself. Today's physical exam, vitals are 118.80. Okay, so her weight is 133. Okay.
So a healthy weight for her. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that a big deal? Go back and look at the image of Laura in the white turtleneck above. And remember, Laura weighed herself a couple of days ago, and the scale said 91.9 pounds. Again, don't take my word for it. Here's the photo Laura sent me. And yes, I am writing all this with her express permission.
Right. Okay.
That is a difference of more than 40 pounds. Now go back and look at Laura's normal figure in the white turtleneck and try to imagine adding 40 pounds to that skinny frame. Are you telling me if you add more than 40 pounds to Laura's body, as we know she weighed just 3 weeks after the moon bump hearing? Are you telling me you think she needed to wear a fake pregnant belly in court to try and fool people into thinking she was pregnant?
Yes.
I'm very confused by that statement.
There's your feet.
Because she... Okay. I mean, it depends. People carry their weight differently. If you can tell, this sort of thing is why I believe when this case is over, Laura should absolutely haul every single member of JFC crew into court, put them in front of a jury, and ask them to explain themselves.
Yes.
Laura is either completely insane or she's an innocent victim of one of the worst intentional, coordinated defamation campaigns I have ever seen.
Which one do you think it is? Which one do you think it is? Because it's a lot.
Having done this myself many times, because I'm a big-time lawyer, I can tell you, if Laura sues the JFC crew for defamation, it would be an absolute bloodbath. To use the metaphorical term like Trump did, not literally.
Oh, okay.
Sir. Unless folks like Dave Neal have a really, 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 really good explanation for every defamatory thing they have said about Laura. My prediction is that by this time next year, Laura's horses will be enjoying some new grazing land out in Tennessee. Once the Neal family has been evicted from their home after losing a multi-million defamation case in federal court. But hey, I'm just a tramp stamp lawyer, so what the heck do I know? Have a nice weekend, y'all.
Oh man, still the irony of somebody's losing their house, and you know who it's not? It's not Dave Neal. That's who. Chingris. Man. Whew, right? How's that defamation case going? I'm just saying.
Yikes.
You know what is going on? A 14 felony case. That's what's going on. 14 felony. Your client. So we're excited.
Wow.
It's going to be a bloodbath. Obviously, we're just saying it, not literally. Just like
in the metaphorical sense, not
right.
In the sense, like
Right.
Trump
Can't
said.
wait for that trial. So that is that one. And then the last thing we have to read is, so David posts that on the 19th. The very next day, Dave Neal files a bar complaint against David Gingras, which understandably, I can see how we got here. This is just a quick little email. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna leave that there. I just assumed some things, but anyway, he says, I'm a journalist and have been covering a case involving two parties in Maricopa County. David Gingras, a lawyer representing Laura Owens, has repeatedly made public claims that his client intends on bankrupting me due to my coverage of the case. He has also made public comments involving reading my obituary and throwing it in the trash, and other very bizarre and troubling rants. He has referred to me and other journalists as cockroaches and pond scum, While I respect his freedom of speech, I wonder if this lives up to any ethical standards for practicing lawyers. I absolutely feel that his recent rants on his blog and Twitter are threatening. I'm available to discuss this and can provide receipts. Thanks. And that's all that. The top part was just them confirming that they had received it. I believe we have sometime this week, maybe even, we have the document from that filing, I think. So yeah, so that was all of that. Ooh, let's just take a minute and digest that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, giving opinions, as Wink says, is not defamation, Mr. Freedom of Speech, internet lawyer. Why are we so small? Oh, that's not helpful. There we go. Let's see. Renbro says he's so crazy defensive. I'm left wondering if they had personal private time. If so, he may have twins on the way. Again, I feel like this is David suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. He's already way too invested. He can't backtrack now because his ego won't let him. And that's, for me, that's the only reasonable explanation to all of this. Is it's less about defending Laura and more about defending himself by telling everyone how stupid they are. And only insecure people do that. So David must have been really insecure during this time. Why would he be? Why would that be? If it's all going to come out in court, the truth will set you free. Why even say anything, David? Just saying. Nora says, I'm beginning to think David might not understand how the First Amendment works. I know, right?
Which is pretty ironic since he's a First Amendment lawyer.
Llama, are you in location in the other side of the living room? It's true. I do have a home, not just a green screen. Yes, because I thought my son fixed my computer last night. It did when we test ran it, and then this morning it wasn't. So I had to resort to my laptop, which gives me all sorts of fun lighting issues and whatnot. So this is my couch and my old books and a globe. So one little corner of my living room. Okay, well, that was, David makes my brain hurt a lot. Let's see. So let's go back and catch up on Clayton's costs. All right, because there's quite a few of them, and they have they say some very interesting things, guys. All right, so we started off today with $70,000 in legal fees that Clayton has. So let's see what he's incurred during just our coverage today. Okay, leading up to whatever it is we're covering on Friday. So on the 12th, $715. They're reviewing docs from David regarding Gillespie. They emailed Fabian Zazudia, which was he Greg's lawyer? I think he's Greg's lawyer. I think that's who that was. Or was he Laura's? Oh, fuck, I don't remember. So many lawyers. No, because her lawyer was the diehard guy. I don't remember what his name was. Lopez. Nope, that was the younger guy. Anyway, I digress. It doesn't matter. So there's that. The next day, the 15th, another $673. As you can see, they're getting info from Planned Parenthood. They're preparing for trial, which is another reason why it's so expensive. But received and sent to client, reply to lunch. That's $130 for that bullshit. So for David to be like, I'm not earning a cent by blogging, blah, 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 blah. He is costing Clayton money by fucking blogging. It's hundreds of dollars, as you'll see, every time he releases a blog. Let's see. This one. Staff regarding disclosure, communications with experts regarding pregnancy, narrative email from David with more disclosure without metadata, email to expert regarding same. Another email from Gingras with still no metadata and his comment. As such, I do not plan on responding to further questions about the photos, since any additional discovery into that issue is not proportional to the needs of this case. Contrary to specific discovery order email to Neumeister regarding same and staff, how to obtain information if they are refusing to provide actual metadata. Oh, that reminds me of somebody that left us a comment. I forgot to put it on, where somebody said that the Neumeister guy, the IT guy, was also the guy in the Johnny Depp trial. Is that so? I forget who said that. That's wild. Oops. Let's see. Emailed to Gingras, $260 on missing information, of course. These are mostly just more emails with Gingras, all of that costing a fuck ton of money. Here's email staff regarding the video Gingras posted on YouTube, $130 to watch his dumb shit. I wish I made that money, David. Reading your stuff. Be great.
What video on YouTube?
Well, he had a bunch of YouTubes and then they all got taken down. I do have the transcripts for them, but I don't think it's for this because they're after. So I'm not sure. Reviewed more of Gingras' bizarre tweets and postings, $195. Email and doc review from Gingras' posting in the affidavit. Read through more recent postings by David regarding vanishing twins and theories. Forwarded same to experts to review. Response from experts regarding the same. Email from David.
$147 to read it.
Email from David regarding Rule 49. Email with witness Maricini's attorney. Email to Gillespie
spelled Maritini.
Yeah. An email to Gillespie regarding him talking to Gingras, who may want to interview with him. Then on the 20th, another $1,000 in 2 days. Call with witness Gillespie, who indicated he had sent a letter to Gingras. Email with Gingras with draft expert report review. Email more of Gingras with more legal threats. Review and analyze. Again, look at all this chaos. He's just Mr. It's just making people accrue more legal fees. But I'm not doing it. I'm not responsible for it. It's all you people's fault, not mine. Staff with Isabel regarding events over weekend and responses needed. I can't imagine when they came back in the office on the Monday. It's like, oh, what the fuck did David do this weekend? What is he saying? Oh, hi, Hellbell. Hi, late, but you're still here, and that's all that matters. Then he has emails from Gillespie to Gingras. Revised response letter to David Gingras, $260. Crazy. Another email from Gingras, full staff with DA, and I think that is not district attorney. I think that's Deandra Arena, and because she works for Woodnick as well. Email to somebody, attorney, regarding perceived threats. You guys, perceived threats. Yikes. Email exchange with client, more work on Echard's PTS. Call from Mike M confirming trial date, and he will be here to testify. Just in one day, with everything we just read that before in this one, $2,000. Unbelievable. Don't worry, they're smaller. Some more emails with Greg, reviewing an expert report. Okay. This is what, the 23rd? More stuff. Letter to Mike. New letter and email from David between him and Woodnick. Supplemental disclosure. Another email to David. Let's see. Consultation with somebody regarding issues with DG. No charge. And a debrief with Deandra. I wonder who that is. Is it for the threats? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Another $737. Email to potential witness Steve Carbone. Oh, look at that. Reality Steve there. Regarding emails, reviewed his email chain with people. Staff letter. Blah, 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 blah. Revisions to letter. Response to Gingras. $195 to send these fucking emails back and forth. That's crazy. It's crazy. Some more emails to doctors. Email from doctors regarding upcoming hearing. No charge. That's very nice of them. Email to Dave Neal, who apparently received records from LO. So they're gathering all of the stuff for trial. All right. So we reached down to that. We started with that wasn't right. $70,000. I don't know how I messed that up. Anyway, total $10,000 from the time we started today to the end.
Do you have it backwards?
I do.
Like
I do have it all backwards. Yes, I do. Because none of that's right. None of that's right at all, because the total should be $91,000. Hold on. Can I fix it in real time? I don't think so. Sorry, guys. I put the wrong thing. It's kind of hard putting this together with all the math. It's $91,000 on my outline. Okay. So in the month, because we ended this on April 25th today. So David was hired March 25th. In the 1 month, he's been on the case. Here you go. See, I have the correct number down there. On March 25th, Clayton's legal fees were $55,000. In 1 month, $36,000. So dealing with David and all of his nonsense. And his ending total is $91,000. For these shenanigans, guys. For these shenanigans, almost $100,000 were at. And Gingras wants to be like, well, I don't know why he's fighting it so hard. It's just easy. None of this needed to happen. Okay, buddy. Okay. Well, what a day. What a day indeed for us. Let's see. What are we covering Thursday? Thursday, we have, we'll be diving into, we still have a David being a petty Betty. So that's pretty much the norm now. Clayton amends his original motion for relief from judgment based on fraud. And Laura's side responds with 92 pages of who the fuck knows. You know, yes, after we heard David complain about the 90 pages Woodnick files. 92 pages we have to get into tomorrow on their response to fraud. So I can't wait for that. I'm very excited about that. What else do we have? Is there anything we want to talk about regarding all that? I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore, quite frankly. He is something indeed. I wasn't expecting my female anatomy to be mansplained to me today, but
you weren't sure how that worked?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how it worked at all. Thank God David went to the internet and lets us know about our bodies and how they work, because you know the internet is true about all the things. So just another reminder before we get off of here today, I want to say happy birthday to Kelly P. Happy birthday, Kelly. I think you're still around. I thought I saw you recently. So everyone, say happy birthday to her there in the comments, because if you're replay crew, please leave us comments under this video. Like it. We want to hear what you were thinking while you were watching this, because as you can tell, we had a lot of thoughts. We also have our, where's my little thing here? Oop. We also, again, reminder of the Mike Maricini Mega Stream fundraiser we're doing in June. You can email me or Winks if you'd like to come on or help us in any way. We're trying to also do an auction, whether you're a content creator or maybe you can contribute to, you know, topics of conversation or whatever. Just email us and we would love to have your help on things. Invites have gone out, so maybe check your email. If you haven't gotten one from us, email us, because maybe I typed in the wrong email address. Could have happened. Or, even if you've never covered Laura before, but you've just recently became a noob on this case, like we were 3 months ago, come join us. Tell us about the noob experience, because we've been there too. We still are there. We're still little babies.
I feel like a baby.
I know, right? And as I said, for all of you that was gifted a membership today by Winks, who, again, thank you so much for your support, Winks. Terry and I, for our Besties in Hire, reviewed the shooting at Hawthorne Hill on Netflix yesterday, and then we went on to talk about it, and there is a lot of parallels between that and Laura's. It's very, very interesting. It's about an hour and a half long documentary, so that's not too much time. Blue Hair Kim says, wish I could afford a membership, but it's a tight budget this month. I'm loving the tea. Well, make sure your gifts are turned on, because we do have a very generous community who does gift memberships all the time. So you never know. Might be your lucky day. But with that, I don't think I really have anything else to talk about regarding today. Ugh, except for, oh my gosh, how do I function after this? I don't know.
I just walk around in a zombified stupor for the rest of the day. Actually, I process a lot of what we read today after the stream.
You ever be in the shower and like something hit and you just be like, that motherfucker.
Yeah, I do a lot of like post-stream processing, like, but wait a minute. And like, things that don't necessarily hit me on stream, I don't know, I just kind of think through, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
Agreed. Boring Tax Lady says, I started listening to you last night and I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, the doc review. It's very interesting. And then the conversation just goes off the rail of mom stuff.
As it usually does.
Yeah. I had to sign Little Llama for high school last night, like his classes. And then he asked if he could go to his girlfriend's house today. And then right after, he was like, I'm going to be able to drive soon and I'll be able to drive you around all the places. And I'm like, stop talking. Stop talking to me. You're saying all of these things that make me very sad. I'm glad you're growing up.
My daughter just asked me last night. A boy asked her out on a date for Friday night. So.
Okay. I feel you there.
Yeah. I was like, cool. What are we going to see? Because I'm gonna be in the back row.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. Her parents are there, and because we have like if you want to go do something, the parents have to be there too, sort of thing. Because we're like, oh well, we'll happily take you to go bowling or a movie or whatever, but you're not going alone. You're so funny. But no, so
if you're going to watch a movie, make sure it's something I want to watch, because I'm
right. When is the trial? Well, that's a good question. It's still looking like on their calendar they'll be discussing it at the end of July. Could be as early as August. It could get pushed out.
Doesn't she have a hearing for May 20th?
Yes. Doesn't she?
Tomorrow.
Yes, she does have a hearing. Ooh, I forgot about that. Tomorrow's BJ Day. I forgot about that too. Tomorrow's a national holiday for the JFC. It's blowjob day, and she goes to court. So we'll see. I guess, we'll have better answers tomorrow on that, if they even talk about anything. The last several have been very boring.
It'll last like 3.5 minutes, and then they'll just move on.
But I mean, listen, Laura, while unpredictable to some of the levels and lengths she'll go to, there's one thing she loves. It's postponing time. and kicking the goalpost as far as she can. And I think that's exactly what she's going to try to do with this as well. And because it's criminal, they are extra, like, yes, she has speedy trial rights, blah, 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 but they're very into preserving the defendant's rights for appeal and all of that. So you just never know with trials, honestly. Like,
I think it's going to get kicked down the road.
Yeah, and we
It's no
track record.
not to demean anything that occurred here. Nobody died. So here's the thing: the if the court wants to like give them time to get their ducks in a row, so they can bring in like murderers and rapists and get them in their trials taken care of, I'm sure they'll kick the can down the road.
Yeah,
and the prosecution will probably agree to let it go, and I'm guessing it's probably won't even be till next year. That's what if I had to put a bet on it, that's what I would do.
And again, she just has to agree to like let it be continued. If not, then it'll go. Who knows? We don't know. But I don't know. She always wants to kick things down, and we'll see.
But look how many criminal trials get pushed for years. We're still waiting on like murder trials to go 3 years down the road.
Absolutely. It happens all of the time. And we also have a bad track record of picking trials to watch, because every time we do, guess what happens? Boop, kick down the can the day out.
Sorry, guys.
Like, oh, never mind.
I know y'all were ready for this to go, and we got into it, so which means it's not going to happen when you wanted it to.
I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for it to happen whenever. But I think we should just hold out a little bit. I can't wait to see what the hearing is going to. Maybe the hearing will put out something interesting tomorrow, a good insight into what we could expect. We never know.
Yeah,
I don't even know what they're supposed to talk about. So I think it's just a status update or something. So, all right, friends. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for being with us all 4 hours almost. We will be back. Well, you're not going to be here on Thursday.
I won't be here on Thursday. My kids are on their summer break, which means I have to mom. So I'll pop in whenever I can.
That's right.
I'm definitely going to be here for the trial. But for even the Clayton trial, the one that happened a while ago. But I'm going to try to pop in when I can. I know, I'm so sad because that means I get to yell at my TV.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, she says she's not going to be able to just come on, but she's going to have stuff to say, and she'll be like, fuck it. It's taking too long to type in my thing. I'm just going to go on and say what I have to say.
Yeah, I'll be all up in my like hair pulled up, no makeup, be like, and another thing. That's what I have to say.
Absolutely. But it is summertime.
Like Terry does. So. When Terry's like, I was yelling at the screen, but I decided I'm just logging in so I could see. I didn't even brush my hair. I'm in my pajamas. Terry will show up to let you know.
Right. We can't wait for our Buffy sightings. So that'll be a good time. Yeah. I'll get into lots of trouble, I'm sure, without her here.
I know. Sometimes I got to be like, come back down.
Come back down, Llama. Jeez. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being with us today. I will see you all Thursday. Hopefully, cross your fingers, we get some sort of something interesting happening tomorrow with Laura. Happy National BJ Day for the JFC crew. BJ is for everyone.
Do we know if we get some kind of audio out of that court?
I think so, but I think it's not live in real time. I don't know. I'm a little confused about it myself. So we'll know if we know. I mean, maybe if it turns into a thing, then tomorrow afternoon I might go live, because I think it's at 10:45 my time, but I have my appointment at noon. So if something big does happen, I might do an afternoon stream tomorrow to talk about court. So that's a better reason to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss if I go live tomorrow to talk about court. So
Wink said it should be video, but is it live video or is it put out later?
I know, right? We'll find out. All right, friends, you all have a great rest of the day, and we will see you all soon. Until then, go forth and be amazing. All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.